FM.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Thank you, Jesus. So sing along with us. Wasafuti niwo yeni Yesu yeah woman nabe. You can start your feet.
Citi
93. Come on, help me now. Yeah, we hear you. You are the sheep of your pasture. Now, rise above the noise. This is the Sunday Breakfast Show. Please play this conversation. Wave your hands with us. Anchor and Sasaya Bounchan. Come on, help us now. It's the mercy of God. 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 Yes, Lord. Somebody worship tonight. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
What a beautiful song, what a beautiful start to the day, a beautiful start to the month of July. Bishop Steve Latte, Action Chapel International, head of thy church, shepherd of our soul.
Thank you, Jesus.
He's our shepherd who makes us lie down in green pastures. It's an appeal, it's a prayer, it's a call for the shepherding hand of the Lord to guide us. We are in the second half of the year. Oh, the Lord who saw us through January to end of June will certainly see us through July to December. Put your hope and your trust and your confidence and the unshakable and the unmovable shepherd of our soul. He leads us in the paths of righteousness. He restores our soul. He leads us beside the still waters. He makes us lie down in green pastures. Even though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, He will make the crooked places straight. He will make the rough places smooth. Every valley shall be filled, and every mountain and hill will be made low. Because He is with us. His name is Emmanuel. He will not allow you to see destruction, for He is with you. His rod and His staff provide comfort. He even prepares a table before you in the presence of your enemies, and His anointing of your head makes your cup run over. Therefore, goodness and mercy will follow you all through the year. This is our faith, our confidence. This is our prayer. What a great song. I love it. You can play repeatedly.
Come on, put your hands together, brother.
And on the back of that powerful song, we start the show. It's called the City Breakfast Show. It's a very simple show, but Charlie, it goes very far. And it's we're starting off with Business Sense, brought to you by Absa. Our green finance product is amazing. It's not just about saving the planet, it's also saving your pocket. Switch to energy efficient equipment, lower the cost of running your business or home. Absa can help you finance it all with our green finance loan. You can install solar panels, cut down your power costs. Walk into any of our branches, ask about the Absa Green Finance Loan today, and say yes to a greener tomorrow. Shine your eye, avoid being scammed. Your story matters, Absa. Oh God. And sometimes we have to tell people, we feel like, Charlie, let's keep this thing secret. God has been good. He's really been good to us. Maybe you are intelligent, you have a lot of money, and you have people who can help you. Some of us, it's only God we have. And so we join Reverend Steve Latte this morning. January, February, March, April, May, June, all check. We are still breathing. Look, over how many people displaced? Almost 40,000 people displaced in flooding. Mercifully, the deaths were not as many. There's a lot we have to do, but at least the fact that you can hear me this morning, don't think about what you don't have. Think about what you've been given, how you've been spared, all the mercies of God, and tell somebody about it. I'm not even sure if you can find this song on Spotify. People have been asking me where to. Is this song on? This is a song that he sent to. Steve Latte is a Bishop of Action Chapel. He's been coming to speak on some of Men's program long ago. And he sent us this song. I think it's almost 15 years now. And we've been playing it without even checking if he has a full album for it. Yeah, because it's like a hymn that he converted into a medley. A really, really good song. And he did his own version. He basically redid the whole thing. Yeah, he's called Reverend Steve Titilati. Powerful guy. So, Charlie, we are in July and we know it will bring great blessings. We will work hard, but will also depend on the grace of God. Switch your salary to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits from lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that truly lasts. It's time to switch to Fidelity and smile wider. How do you get in touch? Call us on 0800 003 355 or go to fidelitybank.com.gh. Visit our socials at Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. July is a clean slate. Let's make things happen. I always say, look, the thing about God is everybody has 24 hours, right? Whether you are the president of the world's most powerful country or an insignificant person, you have 24 hours. And we always say God didn't give you money, he gave you time. You converted your time to solve somebody's problem and it was converted to money. God didn't give you friends, he gave you time. You decide to spend your time with people and you develop relationships. So everything you have exchanged time for. Everything you do not have, you have been unwilling to exchange time for or unable to. So time is the ultimate resource. So whilst we have time, Ghana can become more than Dubai. we just have to work hard. We just have to change our mind. You know, nobody will come and do it for us. We have to do it ourselves. So we have to do you have to drain the dredges or dredge the drains? I don't know if you know which is which. You know, do public education, do intelligent engineering. They are the 3 E's.
Yes.
You know, engineering. You know, the funny thing is that knowledge is not the fact that you can answer the question and say, oh, how do you solve sanitation? Engineering. Education, enforcement.
Yes.
You have to implement it.
That is the problem.
So the implementation. No? So yeah, may God help us in July to make things happen. Richard Sky is back. He took a 2-day break to finish some project. It's a big man, Charlie. I have a friend. It's like they feel you too much.
Oh no, God bless you. You go to places.
Is it like when you laugh like that? He forgets everything.
No, Charlie, you go places.
Yesterday I saw accountant walking around. At the time he hadn't paid the money. And he was on his phone. I said, hey, Master. Within 3 hours the money came. The money came.
The money landed.
So now he's free to smile.
But you know, it be like me, I don't really see that.
You know,
You know what to do.
you are different. You are on a different timetable. No, but it has dropped. It has dropped. It has dropped.
I see.
Well, by the way, the rains have not receded fully.
Yeah.
So we want to urge caution.
So beautiful.
A lot of schools are closing earlier than usual.
That's true.
Don't risk your life unnecessarily. And you can all start, if there's a gutter in front of your house,
Yes.
clear it.
Yeah.
Get together with your neighbors to do some work while we wait for the 300 million that Attah is supposed to release to come and support us. We are taking stock of the disaster now. We are told 38,000 people displaced.
Oh, Charlie.
You know, it was very,
In
very
Accra alone or across the country?
I think it's Accra. Because there were some issues in Aplao, Sogakope, and other parts, Central Region and things.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's the whole country because the minister spoke about Central Region too. I think it's the whole country, yeah.
We heard of rains in Lagos, Nigeria,
Togo.
So
The rains is serious.
So it's a
It's
very
serious.
serious situation.
It's serious.
And that's why we have got to prepare. And it's unfortunate. Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times. The big story says President directs release of 300 million Ghana cedis for floods relief and mitigation efforts. And the photograph on the front page of the Ghanaian Times today tells the story. It is actually an aerial shot showing buildings completely almost submerged in some cases on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. Also on the front page this morning, 12 dead, nearly 500 rescued in Accra floods. This is according to the Ghana National Fire Service. This is completely unacceptable. And then also court decides Wuntumi's fate, July 20.
And the Inquisitor leads with a national prayer, and that's happening today. We're seeking God's face, so there'll be the Christian service and the Muslim service. Details are in the paper. NPA cuts fuel prices floors ahead of July pricing window. Amenfi East MCE orchestrates arrest of party chairman, and OSP's Youth Against Corruption launches platform for young people.
Let me take you to the Chronicle. Adam, I back a Focus chairmanship bid.
That's
Also,
big.
yeah, that's big. The story about the deaths recorded from the downpour also makes the front page, and 38,000, like you stated, affected by the floods. Meanwhile, the minority is supporting JM's 300 million Ghana cedi flood relief, but that comes with some specific demands. An audit service admits single sourcing.
Read it again.
Audit service admits single sourcing 10 contracts to TRC Consult. Oh,
the headline is difficult.
The Ghanaian Times, Mahama directs release of 300 million Ghana cedis for flood relief and mitigation as Accra crisis deepen. Stay alert, stay safe. National Security Coordinator issues urgent warning as flood crisis worsens. Baumia calls for state of emergency over flood crisis, pledges support for victims. And still on the flooding disaster, June 2026 rainfall highest ever recorded in Ghana. 7,761 households affected, 7 still missing. Interior Minister.
The Informer says OSP combats corruption, bails generation projects, rejects fraud. Also on the front page this morning, government must justify agency bills. This is the PNA talking. The president ordering a crackdown on those
structures that are affecting waterways. And then also Matthew warns of more rain.
Daily Guide, 30 perished, 7 missing in deadly Accra Central floods. 350 million Ghana cedi relief package announced, and Parliament passes maritime related offences bill. Afoko gets Dr. Amin's support. That's here as well. And the other story.
Finally, the Economy Times says BOG tightens digital money rules on fintechs. Boards, CEOs, and payment providers face tougher accountability under new rules.
Right.
Also on the front page, Ghana commences exploratory onshore oil drilling this year. Which area is that? And then also illegal fishing threatens 2.7 million livelihoods as close season begins. Are we still locking the
keys? So the Herald is here. Tema Oil Refinery posts 1.24 billion Ghana cedi profit after nearly 10 years. And Interpol FBI manhunt ends in Ghana with cybercrime kingpins arrest. Minority demands probe into Standogbe-led flood task force. The other stories are just after 6 transfer of brothers' criminal case to High Court.
The Insight has a big headline.
Palestine, UN report concludes Israel is deliberately targeting Gaza children. Big push, contractors won't face payment delays, President assures. And investigation confirms Nordic hygiene care industry manufacturers are products locally. Debunks false claims. Okay,
so the Daily Gist is here, the digital copy. We don't have the hard copy. So the big story says no kululu in 300 million Ghana cedi relief fund. Minority tells government. Also on the front page this morning, death toll hits 30 in Accra Central region floods, and ex-finance minister backs Afoko for MPP chairman.
Let me do the daily graphic this morning, the digital copy as well. Demolish structures obstructing waterways. President directs MMDAs. Government votes 300 million cedi for flood impact. So the president is photographed here with the NADMO director, the minister for works and housing, and I think one of the key soldiers who led the relief effort. Also, said in Atamaklo in prison, passed through BNI cells, police hospital, spent 6 months in the U.S. custody even before return. We also told about 6,000 security service applicants test positive for drugs. This is on page 12. 12 dead, 7 still missing. Interior Minister tells Parliament. Those are the headlines. I'll take you online briefly. No Ghanaian in custody after South Africa protest. This is the High Commissioner. Also, sustainable banking compliance rises to 73% as green finance agenda deepens. Other headlines, we are not okay. Ghanaian laments South African migrant crackdown. No new fire tenders in 15 years. Fire service raises alarm over logistics. Meanwhile, government will demolish buildings on 6 wetlands to curb flooding. All these on citynewsroom.com. Channel 1 is reporting from the Volta region, over 150 displaced as Torje River overflows its banks. Meanwhile, Parliament passes maritime and related offences bill to combat piracy and maritime crime. We are fully prepared, according to NADMO, in relation to the floods. And then we are told Eastern Region Police nabbed suspect in Koforidua assault and rape case. My journal 9 is leading with the Guta, who say, why increase utility tariffs? Economic indicators are pointing the other way. Ghana Institution of Engineering prescribes 19-point plan to tackle perennial flooding. Meanwhile, Ghana received a record 593.2 millimeters of rain in June, highest monthly rainfall in history. 593. Averages have been around 200, 300.
Right.
593 millimeters of rain in June, and it's actually raining. Serious matter. Let me give you one that will be interesting to you before you come. BBC says Trump made more than $1 billion from crypto in his first year back in office. Some of the news headlines we are reading, some of the money matter. Meanwhile, U.S. Supreme Court has upheld the birthright citizenship in a blow to Trump. So if you are born in the U.S., even if your parents are not legal migrants, you are an American. Trump wanted to prevent
birthright.
Meanwhile, he's making $1 million.
Meanwhile, into it.
No, 1 billion. No.
Into people from somewhere else.
So U.S. Supreme Court has dealt a heavy defeat to Trump while expanding its power. So those highlights. And the last one, High Street Journal, Beyond Destroyed Homes, how Ghana's flood crisis threatens the country's financial system. And let's get into the details.
Okay, let's go into the details. Page 12 of the Ghanaian Times has a story that everybody is talking about. Bad news, 12 dead, nearly 500 rescued in Accra floods. And the story is told in pictures here. Times reporters report this morning that the Ghana National Fire Service has confirmed that 12 people lost their lives during floods that swept through parts of the Greater Accra region after Monday's torrential rainfall, while close to 500 residents were rescued from affected communities. Now, a member of the Ghana National Fire Service Public Relations team, Mr. Alex Kingnati, who confirmed the fatalities in an interview yesterday, said firefighters and other emergency responders had been engaged in continuous rescue operations since the flooding began. Now, he disclosed that nearly 500 people were rescued between Sunday and Monday, with 105 evacuated from Chado and about 300 from the Odona area. Now, Mr. Nate added that the additional rescue operations were carried out in Dome, Kwabenya, Adenta, Anya, Ablekuma, where several residents were trapped.
If you come to the graphic
waters.
online version, it gives you the minister's breakdown in Parliament. So apparently 25 communities were impacted. They are listed here. I won't go through all. But the minister said the Krowo recorded the highest displacement with 6,500 persons from 1,300 households, while Tema West recorded 3,450 displaced persons from 690 households with 3 fatalities. Tema Metropolis recorded 3,601 displaced persons from 721 households. Ayaso Central, and all the figures are given. And in a total, 7,761 households were displaced, 38,000 individuals affected, 7 persons still missing. And then it also said Ghana recorded the highest rainfall on record in June this year, with 593.2 millimeters recorded, the highest monthly total since rainfall data began being tracked in 1995.
Okay.
So before 1995, we're not even tracking.
Okay.
Charlie, serious matter. The intense downpour triggered floods and produced 169.2 millimeters of rainfall within a single day, right? Making it the 4th highest daily rainfall ever recorded. So that 169.2 is the 4th highest single day rainfall. But the month of June is the highest since 1995. The closest for the day was 2002. And of course, that was 420 millimeters. And the other was in 2015, 380. In the June 3 disaster. So this rain on Monday was the 4th highest day of
Let
rain.
me ask so, don't we have institutions that are supposed to be predicting, forecasting, looking into these matters? There's something of strategic foresight.
The prediction came at 11 p.m.
So before then, what was happening?
while men slept.
And the people who were supposed to be preparing for us to deal with this matter, what were they doing?
I'm not even sure if they are able to predict the volume of rain for a day. What they are able to predict is how long the rain will last.
Oh, in this day and age of science.
Well, they track
Ghana.
the movement of the cloud, but sometimes, Sky, look, it's not an exact science. We can talk to them later.
We are not able to harvest the rain.
Let me tell you about the 300 million.
Yes,
before
yes,
you
yes.
forgive me.
Money.
Julius Yaupetiti writes on page 12 that President John Dramani Mahama has directed the Minister for Finance to release with immediate effect, as for now, 300 million Ghana cedis from the contingency fund to support urgent food relief and mitigation efforts. And the Minister for Communications for Government.
The minority is also calling on the
Yeah.
government to be transparent in the usage of that money.
That's correct.
And that's in a number of papers.
Yes,
Caleb, what do you
it's
have?
here. Daily Guide. Minority demands parliamentary probe into Accra floods. Minority in Parliament has called for the establishment of a parliamentary committee to investigate the government's preparedness for the recent floods in Accra, insisting that statements of regret and emergency relief alone are insufficient to address a preventable national
They are also demanding the health
disaster.
minister briefs Parliament on post-flood disease risks. Government is also saying they will demolish buildings on 6 wetlands to curb flooding. This was the Deputy Minister for Housing addressing Parliament on Tuesday. She's also MP for Ewutu Senya West Gizel Tetabotu. He said the restoration of the wetlands is critical to preventing future flooding, stressing that government is preparing to take difficult but necessary decisions. So they are planning to demolish buildings encroaching on 6 wetlands in Accra as part of a broader strategy to reduce flooding. She didn't give all the details, but according to her, we have about 6 wetlands that have to be restored in Accra. rapid encroachment on wetlands has increased the spread of flooding and blah, 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 blah. So basically, that's what they're going to do.
Okay, so let me still bore you with flood-related items. Page 4 of the Chronicle has an editorial that says perennial flooding and unending galamsey. Somewhere in there, they argue that Kwame Nkrumah famously declared at the polo grounds that the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. That capacity was never in serious doubt. What remains unproven 8 decades on is whether Ghana's institutions have been built and held to standards that let that capacity translate into outcomes. For 3 decades, illegal mining has ravaged farmlands, forests, and water bodies, not for want of capacity to stop it, but because the political and traditional establishment has repeatedly chosen not to do so. The Chronicle insists that government action must move beyond rhetoric. MCs and DCs who permit unauthorized development should face prosecution, signaling that enforcement is real. That standard will mean little, however, unless...
Wonderfully written by Chronicle. The High Street Journal has a nice article here. It says, beyond destroyed homes, how Ghana's flood crisis threatens the country's financial system. Just one paragraph of this says, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, has warned that Ghana's recurring floods now threaten financial stability by eroding asset value, increasing loan defaults and insurance claims, underscoring the urgent need for a climate-resilient financial regulation and sustainable finance. Caleb.
Right. No, our national coach, Carlos Queiroz, has sent a message of support to all
This guy is a
Accra
human being.
flood victims.
Correct.
Very heartwarming message indeed for Black Stars. Head coach Carlos Queiroz has extended his condolences and support to victims of the recent floods in Accra, saying the national team stands in solidarity with all those affected as it prepares for Ghana's FIFA World Cup round of 32 clash against Colombia on July 3. In a statement from the team's training camp in the United States, Queiroz said the devastating impact of the floods had weighed heavily on the players and technical staff despite their preparations for the crucial knockout fixtures. So,
I hope he channels that to the players as well.
Yes.
You are back in the times. I have something here which is very interesting.
Okay.
The High Street Journal says, before Ghana rewrites its rent laws, it must confront the real problems in a rental market. Now, again, a quick summary of the story.
Apply.
Ghana's rent law reform is important, but the real issue is not legislation alone. High rent advances, weak enforcement, poor housing standards, and housing shortages continue to define the market. Without fixing these structural problems, new laws are unlikely to change rental realities. Brilliant article by George Amponsa, which I think will be a good discussion point at one of these days.
No Ghanaian in custody after South Africa protest. This is the High Commissioner speaking. Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa, Benjamin Kwashi, has assured that no Ghanaian remains in police custody following anti-immigration demonstrations that took place across parts of South Africa on Tuesday, June 30. Speaking on Eyewitness News on Citi FM, Mr. Kwashi said the Ghana High Commission had been closely monitoring developments since the early hours of the day and had intervened to secure the release of all Ghanaians who were temporarily detained by law enforcement officers. Quote, we have been monitoring the situation since 6 a.m. A couple of Ghanaians were arrested and all of them, I can confidently tell you, have been released through the intervention of our consular officers. He further urged Ghanaians who are living in South Africa to call on the High Commission anytime they find themselves in distress. But I've heard other South Africans complain that business is slow.
So South Africans are opposing closure of foreign-owned businesses amid protests. It's really scary to see the type of thing happening there.
Charlie?
And it's almost like it's a crime to be a foreigner in another person's country. Really sad in this. Sky, let me come back to you. I have a story here that the fire service says that they have had no new fire tenders in 15 years.
Please read that.
Which is really, really sad. Okay, one of the follow-up stories we did in following up on the fire service. So according to the Ghana National Fire Service, they have severe logistical challenges and that they have not received any new fire tender in the past 15 years. A situation which is affecting emergency response operations. According to the PRO, Assistant Division Officer Alex Kinate, the lack of modern equipment continues to hinder the effectiveness of firefighters, particularly during large-scale emergencies such as floods, building collapses, and fire outbreaks. Speaking on Eyewitness News yesterday, Mr. Mnate said fire officers routinely risk their lives in rescue operations, often working under extremely difficult conditions to save victims in distress. He noted that firefighters often operate at great personal risk, regardless of injuries, expressing disappointment over public reaction to rescue operations during the recent floods, citing viral footage in which firefighters attempted to save lives were reportedly mocked by onlookers.
Bernard, I think, you see, sometimes the people who sit in charge of affairs, I don't know what they think of when they actually go buying all the vehicles they buy for themselves and others.
15 years, no new
I mean,
fire tender.
15 good years.
That's what he's saying.
And they have bought MPs for car. Of course, they say there's loans, but every 4 years they buy new cars. So when they are buying these things, they don't remember that.
He said
national service people, the fire service people?
He said the agent government often breaks down under pressure, reducing efficiency. And he said the last time we got any fire tender was over 15 years ago. 15 good years. He said even if you buy a brand new car, within 5 to 10 years it will wear out. How much more a fire tender that responds to multiple fires in a day?
I mean, that's an embarrassment.
So I think the Interior Ministry, which is the supervising ministry,
Yes, Interior.
should do something urgent.
But let me take you back to the Ghanaian Times, to my constituency.
Okay.
Floods force closure of AME Zion Basic School at Haveji. It looks like the concentration of attention is in Accra. Let me take you to...
There's been one here. 150 people displaced, over 250 households in Torje River, Gotim, and Yope district as well. The flooding is not just Accra.
Yeah, so the story says the AME Zion Basic School at Haveji in the Kesta Municipal Assembly of the Volta region has been fully inundated by floodwaters, forcing the immediate closure of the institution and disrupting academic activities for people in the community. Now, visit by the Ghana News Agency to the school shows the school compound completely submerged, with floodwaters reaching the window level of the classroom blocks, leaving no part of the facility accessible to pupils or teaching staff. Now, Mr. Benjamin Ja, a resident of the area, in an interview with the GNA said the flooding incident has raised serious health and safety concerns, with the affected community likely to suffer a prolonged exposure to the stagnant floodwaters that could expose pupils, teachers, and residents in the surrounding area.
Guy, it's not
waterborne
just
diseases.
Volta. Let me take you to Central Region. Good morning, Bernard and team. It's been a while. I'm listening to you and your team right now. This is Jacob Inuansa of Inuansa Farms. Those of us at Gomoa or Treku have had our share of the effects of Sunday, Monday rains. As I send you this message, we are cut off by road. We cannot leave the farm. And workers and nobody can reach us by road. Our access road into Otreku has been severely impacted, as in the pictures I've sent you, and the bridge is completely destroyed. The ECG team coming over to restore our power was stranded. They walked the distance to help us out. We are grateful to them. And you should see the videos he sends. So there's a lot of flooding across the country because the attention has been on Accra. Maybe today we should spend a bit of time on the Volta and the Central region.
Yeah, my maternal hometown, the road from Anyako that connects Kong to Seva, inundated. So the people now cannot even go to their homes. They have to use a river.
It's a very serious situation in many parts of
In
the
the
country.
meantime, shippers decry container evacuation delays at Tema Port. The delayed evacuation of containers from the Meridian Port Services Terminal 3, T3 to the inland container depots ICD dominated discussions at the second quarter Bronze and Trade Association Shipper Committee meeting convened by the Ghana Shippers Authority in Accra. Shippers complained bitterly that prolonged delays in transferring their containers from T3 to the inland container depots were tying up cargo, disrupting their operations and pushing up the cost of doing business at the port of Tema. This is on page 3 of the Inquisitor. You can get that for more.
Talking
details.
about business, the Economic Times says BOG tightens digital money rules on fintechs. Quickly, Elikem Deseu writes that Ghana's fintech and digital payments network is facing its toughest Bank of Ghana governance regime yet, as new rules expose payment service providers, board members, and chief executives to closer supervision, possible removal, and trend monitoring. Enhanced monitoring, actually, and personal liability for regulatory breaches. If you want to read more, grab a copy of the paper.
Ghana is losing economic value by treating waste as collect and dump. Ajete Mante writes, this is Ajete Mante, an economist and research fellow at the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISE. Dr. Kwame Ajay Mante, he says Ghana is losing significant economic value by relying on collect and dump approach to waste management instead of investing in recycling, composting, and waste to energy systems.
Let me end with Trump. He made more than $1 billion from crypto in his first year back in office. The BBC is reporting that the US President Donald Trump made more than $1 billion last year from business dealings in cryptocurrency, according to his mandatory financial report for 2025. In a 925-page disclosure, he reported $635 million in royalties from a Trump meme coin that has plunged in value since he launched it days before taking office. He also reported over $500 million in income from World Liberty Financial, a cryptocurrency firm founded by his own sons and the children of his special envoy Steve Witkoff. He earned millions more from his real estate and Trump-themed items, but the White House denied he was profiting from the presidency.
He's been tweeting, or not tweeting, how do they truth?
Truth Social.
Yeah, so if you've been truthing, so you've been truthing.
Yeah.
So he's been truthing all kinds of things. And then, anyway, my man, Charles, always.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's leave it here.
Tema Oil Refinery is posting 1.24 billion Ghana cedis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're making money.
After nearly 10 years.
Posting what?
As in, they've made profits.
Is it? Yeah, that's
Tema Oil
refinery or still the bunkering they've been doing? No, it means that they are doing something good there.
Thank you very much. That was Richard Sky and Caleb Kuda. The news review was the segment you just listened to. Coming up next is the City Business News.
Hey, Andrea, challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life.
Hey.
I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank, and that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I day aside, Fidelity.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
City Business News at 7. Neteli Ajaho is here with the details. Neteli, good morning.
Good morning, Bernard, and good morning out there. You're welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News. It's brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Gold Good Energy. Coming up, OMCs begin July with fresh reductions in pump prices. Also, Tema Oil Refinery targets value addition and industrial integration following return to profitability. And later, Chamber of Mines renews call for 30% royalty allocation to host communities. Let's settle for the details now. Consumers of petroleum products are set to enjoy lower fuel costs as OMCs begin reducing ex-pump prices for the second consecutive pricing window in line with industry expectations for the first pricing window of July. State-owned GOIL is among the first OMC to implement the reductions, cutting the price of petrol to 12 Ghana cedis 79 pesos per litre, down from 13 Ghana cedis 87 pesos per litre during the second pricing window of June. The company has also reduced the price of diesel to 15 Ghana cedis 35 pesos per litre from 15 Ghana cedis 95 pesos per litre in the previous pricing window. The latest adjustments follow declining international oil prices, the appreciation of the Ghana cedi against the US dollar, and a downward revision of MPA's indicative price floors for the July pricing window. More OMCs are expected to announce price reductions as the first pricing window of July progresses, offering further relief to consumers and businesses facing higher transport and operating costs. Meanwhile, the Tema Oil Refinery is pushing ahead with plans for a petrochemical plant as part of its broader expansion strategy following what it describes as a shift from recovery to sustained growth. Speaking on the sidelines of the 18th Annual General Meeting in Accra, Managing Director Edmond Combat said the refinery's next phase will focus on deepening value addition and strengthening its role within the downstream petroleum sector through industrial integration.
It will make us a very vibrant and a profitable refinery, and it will let us achieve the mandates that the President has given us. The President has asked us to expand the refinery and I think very soon it will be announced. The refinery is going to move, and we're targeting about 200,000 barrels per stream day. That is what the president has asked us to do. The details will be out very soon. The president has also asked us to make sure that we maintain this profitability. So the restructuring of the balance sheet is key. And also on top of that is we are looking at adding a petrochemical plant to the expansion we are going to do. And we are going to also increase our storage as well. When all of this is done, we'll be able to meet the domestic demand and will be a major anchor for the Sahelian market. As you are aware, countries like Burkina Faso and Mali, Niger, and Chad, they are landlocked countries. They have no access to sea. They pick petroleum products from countries like Ivory Coast, Benin, and Togo. But those countries, the routes to their various countries are not safe. The most safe, peaceful, and stable route is to Ghana. So Sonabi, for example, with Tour's relationship with them, they have increased taking petroleum product from Ghana.
Edmund Combat is the managing director of the Tema Oil Refinery. Now, the Ghana Chamber of Mines is renewing its call for at least 30% of mining royalties to be allocated to host communities, arguing that the current revenue sharing formula is failing to deliver meaningful development in mining areas. The chamber says the existing arrangement, under which only about 8% of mining revenues reaches local assemblies, is inadequate and must be reviewed. There's more in the following report.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, Kenneth Ashibe, called for a shift from focusing solely on mineral production to creating greater value through industrialization, skills development, and technology. He spoke at the Mining for Development Forum organized by the Chamber.
Actively, government takes is disproportionate. You would not be, they will struggle. And you will find out that they would factor that into the cost of capital that they would give to them. Now, another thing about it is that even when the revenues come, how are we sharing them? So you make money from corporate income tax, free carried interest, the growth and sustainability levy, then the royalties as well. All of that goes to the mineral income holding account.
The Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Gold Board said the board has issued 2 licenses for local gold refineries to boost value addition and retain more benefits from Ghana's mineral resources.
We've signed 2 refinery licenses with 2 local refinery companies to supply them up to a ton of the ASM gold that we buy. Yes, our primary mandate is to buy ASM gold.
Technical advisor at the Ministry of Finance, Dr. Theo Ichampon, said government will engage investors to explore mutually beneficial arrangements that promote greater value retention from the country's mineral wealth.
We do recognize the contribution of the industry. We want to do more with the industry and for the industry, and we want to see more value retention.
You heard a technical advisor at the Ministry of Finance, Dr. Theo Ichampon, in that report filed by Daniel Ojo-Mensah. Now, the 2026 City Business Festival Management Bootcamp has successfully concluded with participants lauding Citi FM and Channel 1 TV for delivering practical leadership training and strategic business knowledge. The High Impact Executive Development Program brought together professionals, managers, and corporate leaders. This report has more details.
The seasoned facilitators for the week-long bootcamp equipped participants with the leadership, strategic management, and decision-making skills needed to drive business growth and organizational success. Held from June 21 to June 26, 2026 at the Platinum Bay Hotel, the program focused on critical areas including strategy, competitiveness and market leadership, organizational excellence, customer service and market relevance, brand growth and digital market influence, technology and intelligent decision-making, as well as crisis management, corporate reputation and sustainability. Participants say they plan to immediately apply the knowledge and skills acquired during the bootcamp within their respective organizations.
It's been a 5-day long training, which has been very, very good. They really gave us something solid to work with, and I'm very certain that this is going to impact my business in the long run. I'm happy I was here.
I've enjoyed this program all through. Very practical sessions, insightful experiences have been shared by different people from different industries. It's been a good session. It's been a good 5 days here, and I'm glad that I joined. Thank you.
I'm so grateful to be part of this cohort, and thankful for all the tools and the materials we've received. Grateful for management for also making it possible for us to be here.
Other participants also expressed satisfaction with the program, describing the networking opportunities with professionals from diverse industries as one of its most valuable outcomes.
I got 100% or more than 100% value for money. I left with real connections, a lifetime platform, and a direct access to industry giants and professors who gave us current and top level insights that we can use actually today.
Personal branding, I mean, it was thought-provoking. Can't also forget the new people I met, expanding my network, amazing people. And I want to say thank you very much, Team Citi, the great experience.
We've had a lot of insights and understanding of using AI in the industries that we work with. And it's been amazing. I recommend it to every manager, in fact, C-suite manager and upcoming managers.
The Management Bootcamp forms part of the 2026 City Business Festival, which is powered by 97.3 Citi FM and Channel 1 Television in partnership with Absa Bank and sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zondatech Ghana Limited and Petra Trust.
That report was filed by my colleague Nashika Caesar. Now, the National Investment Bank says its financial recovery is no longer temporary, but a structurally driven turnaround as the state-owned lender sustained its profitability into the first quarter of 2026, following a strong performance in 2025. Speaking at a media engagement in Accra, CEO Chief Doli Wura Zakaria said the bank's latest results demonstrate that its resurgence is built on core operations instead of one-off gains. The bank reported a profit after tax of 343.3 million Ghana cedis for the first quarter of 2026, while the net interest income reached 151.6 million, equivalent to an annualized figure of about 606 million and broadly in line with the full year 2025 performance. Looking ahead, NIB says it aims to position itself as Ghana's leading development bank and a primary financier of the country's industrial transformation agenda. Now on the dollar market, on the interbank market, let's get there. The dollar is selling at 11 cedis 32 pesos, the pound at 15 Ghana cedis, and the euro at 12 cedis 93 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News. My name is Neti Ajawu. Have a good morning.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
L to the L to the L to the L. Hey. La la la. Help me make I know the talk much.
It's 13 after 7. Mrs. Neti Ajawu just brought you the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Banana Bakery is here with kickoff. Business News was brought to you by Gold, EcoBank, and MTN. If you're looking for quality fuel that gives your engine smooth performance, look no further. Gold Super XP of premium quality gives you the correct choice when you buy regular fuel. So just go fuel up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. Gold Super XP, so fill your Over feel it, all is good energy. Do you know how money really moves in Ghana? At EcoBank, we know it doesn't just move on payday, but every day, connecting you to the people who matter most. EcoBank provides one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries. Our digital platforms instantly connect people, businesses, and opportunities across the entire continent. So pay bills, transfer funds, manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Just download the EcoBank mobile app, dial *770# or use EcoBank online and our nationwide ATMs. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. MTN just brought the prices down and the speeds up. And the speeds up on MTN Fiber for home, and your whole household is about to feel it. Movie nights that don't buffer, school assignments that submit on time, work calls that don't drop, and your side hustle running smooth in the background. 3 unlimited speed tiers on amazing network. Now you can enjoy 100 megabytes per second for 299 Ghana cedis, 300 megabytes per second for 444 Ghana cedis. And 500 megabytes per second for 999 Ghana cedis, all per month. So pick what fits your home. No data caps, no slowdowns, just fiber built for real life. MTN Fiber for home. Your speed, your home. Your choice, only MTN everywhere you go. Kickoff is brought to you by Lesheho. Are you ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to financial freedom? The Lesheho fixed deposit solution is tailored just for you. With the Lesheho's fixed deposit solution, you're making your money work for you. Join the investment revolution with our fixed deposit solution. Take charge of your financial future. 0302-208-333. Call this number now to learn more. Invest wisely. Invest with Lesheho. Lesheho, let's improve life.
The City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Bernard Bikochi joins us in the studio to talk Sports World Cup. Bernard, welcome.
Thank you. Great to see you today too.
Charlie, everyone is talking about Cote d'Ivoire and they say, oh, Charlie, they could have done better.
Charlie, this World Cup is no could have done matter. You have to be there and show up, man. You have to show up. Look, you've gotten one of the youngest prospects in world football, in Yan Diamande. You've gotten Amad Diallo. He's just 23 years old. Okay? And you've gotten a manager who also wants to excel. He's an AFCON winner. If you come to the world stage, especially at this stage that you've not gotten to before your country's history, after parading the likes of DJ Drogba, the Toure brothers and what have you, you need to show up at this stage of the World Up.
What happened?
Africa, for a pebble bottle.
Take your time. What happened?
Unlike Carlos Queiroz, who didn't focus on numbers in the game against Croatia.
Yeah.
I think MS5, the Ivorian manager or coach, Africa we do coach, Ivorian coach, focused strictly on numbers. You know, dribbling around, doing a lot of passing. They don't need
they squander chances.
They get closer to the penalty area. It's like I'm running commentary. Sorry. I charge too much because yesterday, they're able to swing passes awesomely. Get to the position box and are unable to shoot because they just want to get close to that small box before they place the ball. I think football at this level at the World Cup stage is not played like that. You fancy your chances, so you create a little space and then you hit it. You give it direction and then you find the back of the net. That's at this stage. Yeah. The next step, you have your first foot in the next step or the next stage of the competition.
Yeah.
So I
that's
think
one other African country
out.
I don't know how to say that in French.
So You want to say in French?
Yeah, we'll manage the English.
Pape.
No, you're managing it. Yeah. But Haaland is having a good time.
Oh, look, he scored 60 goals for his country in 53 senior, competitions. Not competition per se, like matches. Yeah. But what is happening is that 55 of those has not been in major competitions because the country he represents have never showed up during his lifetime at this level.
Wow.
But that guy is a machine because I love footballers who know how to position themselves. Okay, so yesterday, he received that pass from Beck. He just found himself at a fantastic position and just did the placement. And it looks so simple, but if you are a player who's unable to find yourself in clinical spaces in the game,
convert those chances into goals,
then you begin to wonder and all of that. Yeah. So I mean, brilliant stuff from Erling Haaland. He's a goal machine. He's been doing it for a minute at Manchester City. He shows up at the World Cup and he's able to do that as well. What this means is that he's averaging a goal every 72 minutes. Wow. Crazy. It's the likes of Messi, once upon a time. If I say once upon a time, I'll be in trouble. Ronaldo, Mbappe, those kind of guys do that. I'll tell you a bit about Mbappe later. But I mean, all that happened after Antonio Nusa's brilliant kill 6 minutes into the break, and that was just super solid for a nation who want to, they have a should I say it's not a dance, but it's the Viking roar. So they put their hands up front. They have their captain Odegaard leading it, and then he hits the drum, boom, and they all go back, and then they come forward, and then he hits again, boom, and then they go back, and they come forward until the pace increases, and then that's the World Cup, presenting different cultures at the highest level. So beating Ivory Coast means you put a showdown against Brazil in the last 16. That's happening on July 5 at 8
that's
p.m.
Norway beating Cote d'Ivoire.
Norway beating Cote d'Ivoire.
Right.
You book a flight to play against Brazil.
Amazing.
So
that's to that game.
Yeah.
So that means Cote d'Ivoire would have played Brazil if they had beaten. No,
you think that would have been disaster?
Oh no, anything is possible. Sometimes when the other dogs meet the superstars, it gets explosive. So,
But for Norway, this is their best achievement of far. 28 years.
28 years.
28 years ago. In the
what
last
other games are up to date?
Before we talk about games that are up to date, people have been asking, our pastry,
how the Twado anytime.
Hey. Anytime. Interestingly, people have been asking how many people, you see the big flag?
Yes.
That is displayed before the games. People have been asking questions around it. But why? When did this thing start? Look, this thing has been there from the 80s through to the 90s.
Okay.
And it is displayed as a symbol or presentation of the clubs, the teams. Well, I say clubs
so the
because
countries,
of course in the Champions League they do
the
countries at the World Cup. It's about 50 guys around that flag. They just keep folding and unfolding.
I have a feeling this year's flag is way bigger than what I've seen in the past.
That's 60 to 100 feet long.
Yeah.
They do that. It's a hard job, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And I feel the World Cup is giving us that opportunity to. It makes it colorful, isn't it? So historically, it is one that we should admire.
Talk to me about Senegal and Belgium today.
You don't want to talk about France.
We'll talk about France.
And Abeku is distracting.
No, we'll get to France. I asked you about it.
They're on fire.
We'll get back there.
Senegal, they've gotten. They've been to the AFCON final, look, and there are a lot of controversies this year against Morocco. I think they are ready for this party because they need to then stamp the authority and prove why they are indeed AFCON champions and not on paper or in court to
Belgium
claim
is a tough side.
Belgium is a top side. But you can't. This African champions, they've gotten a player who's dominated the Premier League for a minute, captain the team, getting into this game in Sadio Mane. What it means is He's going to show class. He's going to lead a team just like he led the team in AFCON. You know, he was the guy who was on the pitch who was calling the guys to come back. If you record the AFCON final. And he's solid guy. He's at this party to tell them that, look, Africa have gotten something nice. The FIFA president gave Africa 9 direct slot into this year's competition, and DR Congo used an opportunity to play intercontinental and get it to 10 African countries. What it means is that the world is expecting. There are people who say, "Oh, Africa, they don't play nice football. They should not include them in this competition. The numbers are just, a lot, and they're not coming to show off." Very showed it. A couple of African countries, Ghana inclusive, because that kind of defensive approach against England was excellent. They are going to play. They're not the side that they're going to sit deep and invite, teams. They are also going to come out and show their prowess. So for me, I feel it's going to be a different game from the Ivorian game. Right. The Ivorian game lacked a bit of sharpness up front and shooting at goal. But the Senegal game is going to show exploits, more clinical, more clinicability, if I'm going to put it that way together, up front. And
how old is it?
Man. Oh man,
clinicability.
If I can use it, myself permission if you will.
So Belgium and Senegal,
Belgium,
but France.
So it's going to be exciting about France.
Yes.
France. I think they are the guys I can stick my neck out and say they are not underdogs. They are ready to win this World Cup.
They're in pole position to win the World Cup.
They are ready.
Wow!
If you watch them play, it's electric. I think it's gotten the brilliant duo in football in Kylian Mbappe and Olise. My goodness.
Everyone is talking about Olise this morning.
Their football is refined, and how how they do it. It's like, we've been working for a minute. My moves, so like you predict me in an area. They know their movement. They're able to tell, okay, when I flick it this way, this guy is moving towards this direction. So in the penalty box, let's show off. When the ball is kicked, he's just doing a dangulation. Like he's man.
Any other games? Any other games?
So France through to the next phase of the competition. They'll be up against Paraguay on July 4 at 9 p.m. in the round of 16. Okay. Mexico painted a perfect picture. One of the issues that's been on the minds of people also is why players are red carded. Yesterday there was a red card incident, right? Defender Henkapi was red carded yesterday. The red card was issued in the second. It was issued in the second half stoppage time in the game against Ecuador. He covered his mouth, approached the Mexican player Santiago Jimenez and said something. You recall that incident happened in the game against between Real Madrid and Benfica, where Gianluca Piestriani, covered his mouth, said something, and then Vini Jr. said, no, he was trying to direct abuse. Right. So, FIFA said, referee, we've given you the power. Go ahead. When player, the moment I come start, I say, how are you? And I've covered my mouth.
Charlie red card. It's not a red card, but our time is up.
Hey, Paddy.
It's always good to have you.
But there's England. There's England.
1 minute injury time.
1 minute injury time. There's England. There's England. DR Congo. What I expect. You see, England has been saying is coming home for a minute. In that game against Italy, they were unable to show up. They went home sad. And at this stage, I have a few DR Congo might just cause an upset, especially because of where they used to, show up in this. They went through a lot of qualifying, like the Intercontinental, to play at that continent before they got to this stage. So I have a few that they might just cause an upset.
DRC, yeah. DRC. So we should lend our support to DRC to shape the English. All right.
4 p.m.
Of course, they have a game to do that, so they can learn.
I wouldn't party.
Better make sure we kick off.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
If you need unique services, innovative finance. financial solution. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, come to let's share go. No matter your situation, come to let's share go. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life.
Sunny Gold Brown Sugar, available in a shop near you.
Sunny Gold.
Wakashi. This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, the day is getting closer.
Which day?
The Omni Basic Health Walk, of course. I've already marked my calendar, set my alarms, and added reminders.
Is it that serious?
Shit, very serious. I never miss it because every edition gets bigger, exciting, and packed with something new.
So what's the secret? Why are you always there?
Simple. It's a full health reset for me. Also, the exhibition. Businesses get opportunity to sell their products for free. And me, I get to shop at great discount. And let's not forget the networking. You meet people and make valuable connections. In fact, this is where Ghana connects.
Okay, you've convinced me. So when and where?
Join me and thousands of Ghanaians on Saturday, 11th July at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, starting promptly at 5:30 a.m.
This is great. I'm going to join you this time.
Mark the date, set your reminders. Don't miss the Omni Basic Health Walk because better health starts here.
Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank.
It's Betway's 10-year birthday celebration, and in this epic month of football, it's your 10. Remember backing Black Stars to beat Niger to make it to Qatar and winning? It's your 10. Bet on every exciting moment of the action in the world's biggest football tournament with us and get behind the bet of our continent. Here's to the next decade. It's your 10, only at Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interest will be. You can provide your growing babies with yummy goodness. Yumvita is a delicious cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, other ones love it too. Yumvita is filled with yummy goodness for growing babies and is available in other yummy variants. Yumvita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
Accra to a new way of flying. ValueJet is now in Ghana, connecting you from Lagos to Accra, from Accra to the beautiful city of Banjul and back again. Whether it's business in Lagos, holiday in Banjul, or coming home to family here in Accra, we're bringing West Africa closer, one flight at a time. Reliability you can trust, fares you will love, and a welcome that feels like home.
Book your journey now at flyvaluejet.com or call us on 054-116-7474.
ValueJet, wings for everyone.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Citi Breakfast Show is above the noise.
A rap for the last two.
high, and you're high before, and you're training for. And so, you were basa, focus here, execution entertainment. Whoa, yeah. Ghana, my baby. Kanumia, who ya go. Whoa, yeah. Ghana, my baby. Kanumia, who ya go. Ebiana, got you. And yet, you're better to be a fun boy, at the right place, the right time. Come on, y'all, do the right thing. Be at the right place, the right time. Come on, y'all, do the right thing. I say me the can. Raps up for me, who am I canting? I'm a ball by me. Raps up for me, who am I canting? I'm a ball by me. Open here, I'll come up with Ravi Nanka. Can refua or Kamu, or Mayimu, Katasha, Foya, a Kuka, Wapayo, Musen, for a 20, a Bapeti, a more man, Penny, a Bedi, I didn't home, I didn't quit through, if we are saying Penny, said your fruit, your pana, your piano, Minia, when your party man so, or so for my account chain, and so, or may you poppin, then pass on the year, and put to it, and the dear party, Penny, Mantia, Mababa, one some, one in the Pabena Yeja Chima, every president, minister, drug pusher, so Digosi, the Musa, a Yabisa, who's a one year pata, water, the Kokomotia power, Atwa you, Parliament, Koshemra, Shepagam, and in answer, Honorable Kofi, absent, Wama, Ribon to MP by, and so, the TV, so now I where a Banjuma Yeni or Brapa, non crap, so, or that's what I'm one of them, the Bioyele, where Jumam, Managing Director to temperament, only I think, Pessamin Kumina or some India, I can do a woman, nothing, if you are bound to a gym, Saban Sakan, so I know. Whoa, yeah.
This is the City Breakfast Show. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Whoa, yeah. Ghana, my baby. I don't know who you are. Ebiana, got you. And yet, you're better to be a fun boy,
This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Ghana Jasso ne won. But before Faso Pebone, at the Apuche, who really got on the apple. No, and the brandy Aquadro. I brought a parment sour when I had the baby, draw no quan or but now what they are to do and quite check with him. Apple quan or Woody, as I see, and I hear Janto Quanto Quago Fee, and Tam Cassia can want in the day. I know you preface them with Rago Fee. Ghana. Just here, the Onum George, the old tribe, the ocean to see, and also on your year, electricity, illegal connections, Fina, Dukadaya, at the same year, Pasapasaya, Koso, Ago Pramaso, at Ranch and Baba, and I want to never, then Dimos and Rasso, no way, will be more, Pampasso, a Bradford, being Camo Yao, May now look, Openi, Bonnie or Shakaki, Pieto, Shankwadani or Monato, Wakratem, TV, cases in Kwa, Yasubusu, Hade, oh my God, Jimmy Super, or Uncle Shepete, Badu, Lenitria, and so, Uncle So, or no dear, Sabin Puano, Talent, don't hear good. I tell you, I die. Whoa, yeah. Ghana, my baby, I don't know who you are. Ebiana, get you. Oh, yeah. Ghana, my baby, I don't know who you are. Ebiana, get you. And yet,
of how overwhelming this is City.
Ghana, my Yawara. ninya nani anya ebiase bebi across baby asa and the craft for check one ya gata ala asofo bi no alafa 90% the truth wonka hey Mr. J Kuti Mrs. Skank and na oji na pa ho aso check license of
738 Obrafo does it best. Nyantitiapa. Happy birthday to Astridna Lamile Hayward Mills. You are in Mokola first year law school, coming in from Lucky 11. To you, Astridna Lamile Hayward Mills. Happy birthday to you. Nyantitiapa. Number of things to talk about today. Today I will try and expand the scope of the discussion outside Accra to talk a bit about what's happening in parts of the central region and the Volta region. It's a real national issue. Still counting the cost of flooding. Meanwhile, here's a birthday request. Happy birthday, Dr. Kuya. You're one of God's greatest blessings in my life, and I'm grateful for every moment we share. May this new year bring you good health, unending joy, peace, and fulfillment of every dream in your heart. Thank you for being an amazing wife. Have a beautiful and blessed birthday from Eugene Mensah, your husband, to Dr. Kuya. Happy birthday to Mighty Yinpanga Akamiti. May you grow to become a mighty man from your dad and mom. Alright, so I need to make this point. You know, this guy was asking when the weather, why the rains could not be predicted on time. So I am told that the prediction was actually made at 5 p.m. I did not hear it, but apparently the prediction was done on Sunday evening about 5 p.m. or thereabouts. So I think that the minister later on said that the prediction was at 11 p.m.
Yeah,
I think that was the information he had, but from the Meteo people, the prediction was at 5 p.m. But be that as it may, I think Sky's point is still valid that when we notice the heightened level of alert, we should do our best to give it to make the public aware, and we the media are always ready to heighten the levels of alert if we need to do this. For example, this morning I've seen the weather forecast is forecasted to rain in Aplau, in Accra, Cape Coast, Axim, Koforidua. Most parts of the southern sector will have rains. There are even thunderstorms expected. All right. Of course, I would not know the volume of rain to be expected, but at least it's important to put that out. And we also want to urge the police to do some work to support traffic flow. Those coming from the Kaswa side to Accra complain that there's a lot of delay in the way they get to work because silt on the road. There's a lot of challenges. So sometimes you need police to help to direct. You also need some local assemblies to get some people to remove the silt from the road, if they can do that at night, so that the road will be clearer. You know, Chris Wala Isikwe has been complaining. He sent me a message around 5:40.
But do you see any sense of urgency after all of this?
Well, it's a developing situation, so we can only follow what we know.
You see, there's a certain level of, I don't even want to call it. It's like, even after what we saw, was it Monday, right? By now, you should see that this country is actually moving everything to sight to deal with any possibility of a future flooding in the next few days or hours. That is what you see other people do. It is not like, oh, we are now praying because the Meteo people have said that, oh, maybe July, maybe things will be better small. So we are leaving it to chance. You
want to see more.
Look, I drove through to work, right? Mm-hmm. And buses that got flooded or got caught up stuck in the floods are still on the roads.
Nobody has moved them.
Nobody has moved them. Some of the vehicles beyond the buses are still in there. The silt
is still on the road.
Still on the road. I mean, by now,
you don't see a concerted national drive, I was appealing for the government to say, look, people should be, we need leadership.
Yes.
For example, assemblies can announce that, look, we are trying to do this.
They have this drill equipment.
Drip.
Is it drip or drill? Whatever.
It's called
drip equipment. They are supposed to be earth-moving equipment, right?
Yeah.
Which can remove the silt taking over some of the roads. Why not move them into action?
Yeah.
The roads that have been rendered immoderable as a result
there
of
should be
the
some
flooding.
night work to clear it.
But we have 34, is it 34 or 48 engineers? Yes, they are there, right? We want to see action, like people are moving to deal with the problems that have brought us here. But we are not seeing it.
Yeah. I agree with you. I feel like there's a certain momentum you need in responding to a crisis of this kind. Because if you've said that this is the highest level of rain for a month since 1995, and Monday was the 4th highest rain day, that should be met with a certain level of deployment.
Yes.
You can't just throw money and say, well, let's release 300 million cedis. No, it's not that. It's almost like, because I feel like communities must be mobilized.
Yes.
The assemblies must be doing cleanups. They must be saying, look, guys, between today and end of the week, everybody clear the gutter in front of your house. We'll bring special baller collectors to collect them. Like, there has to be some, we are towing cars, like some emergency. It seems like, let's just put money. We are going to remove houses from. It's like the same tired solutions. We are not saying that Gidi will solve the overall flooding problem. But you see, there's a quote I want to give. It says, it's in the day of adversity that we know the strength you have. All right. So when there's like a crisis, there must be crisis response.
We should be in crisis mode.
So to be fair, the Minister for the Interior has been on the money. He's talking to people. Fire service, absolutely fantastic. There was this military guys doing some work, marine police, great. But we feel like there should be some national command center. There should be a sense of urgency attached. There should be regular announcements so that we can all get involved. There should be a hotline. You know what I'm saying? There could even be like a dedicated GTV channel on flooding so that we can all pick the feed.
Exactly.
You get it? So that people will know where to go, update us on where the what do you call it? These safe havens are.
Yes.
Because if 38,000 people have been displaced, for some churches have announced that they are going to give their, like, we should even be having people saying, okay, there's a relief effort going on. People are being
this is where you can
so you can bring blankets. You get it? Because people are stranded. 38,000 is a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
So there should be announcements around. These are the religious bodies that have made their places available. If you need help, go here. If you need a hot meal, we are providing it. You get it? Like we tried to do during COVID. People must we must create a sense of urgency.
Exactly.
As we speak, it's gone beyond just Accra. A river in Agotime has overflowed its banks.
Yes.
Then parts of Seva, parts of Aplau. I'm going to speak to a gentleman right now from the central region who says his farm has been cut off and people are not able to go to school. So it's very broad. So I just want to urge, there's a need for a certain
leadership.
Yes.
Sense of urgency.
Yes.
Sense of urgency.
Yes. This is the quote I want to say. Defining moments define your leadership. Defining moments define your leadership. So this is a defining moment. We may not. The thing is that this flooding may look like a normal thing. It's like, it's rain every year. Let's not feel like a normal thing. They said 12 people are dead. I'm sure there are more.
Yeah, and people
because they
who
are
are missing,
the cost.
There should be a line dedicated to say if you have a missing relation, call that line. Let's put things together.
And Bernard, let's just say it. The anti-flood task force, with the greatest of respect, I'm not seeing what they've done.
Sorry.
If they've done some work in the past, this is the time we're supposed to see it. And to have an flood task force means that we've thought about the floods, we've thought about the rains, we've looked at our environment, and we know that the floods will come and they will cause or wreak their havoc. So if we have failed to mitigate the floods in the manner in which we saw it on Monday, what about the response to the flood?
So the assembly should, for example, even tell us what we can do. Because you see, we need to know what you need. So if, for example, NADMO will say, of this 7,000 people, households displaced, they give us a breakdown of the. For example, I'm only hearing that Crowell has 3,500 displaced people. Where are they being kept? Are some of them in need of anything? What can we do? so that we can move to them. But the numbers alone don't make any sense unless the government is saying that they have the resources to help them. Let me speak to my friend Sam. He sent me a WhatsApp this morning that parts of Gomoa or Chrekon had been impacted in the floods, and he also said that a road linking the town to Winneba, cutting off towns like Ekoti, Ojobi, and some other names I can't even mention. Mr. Enwansa, thanks for joining us. Can you describe exactly where your farm is and what the rains did to you on Monday and Tuesday?
Okay, so our rain started on Sunday night about 9 p.m. where I am, and did not stop until about 2 p.m. the following morning, meaning Monday. And we were even enjoying the expansion of our lake, and we didn't know the trouble that was brewing downstream. So later on, we started hearing loud sound, thunder, like the one you hear when you go to Victoria Falls. And apparently, the spillway had given way. They didn't manage it. Nobody was managing the spill, so it gave way and blew the soil, blew the bridge, went into the farms. You know, Ochekun is Ochekun because of the irrigation project. They do rice farming, and they've been doing that for the past 30 years, and that's what their mainstay. And as we speak, their farm plots have been destroyed. It's filled with salt and gravel, and definitely they're going to lose their livelihood. The water got into the village because this lake used to be a tributary to the Ayensu River. So the town is really caught between the dam and the Ayensu River. And so they had a dike which prevented water from spilling into the village when it rained. But there was so much water behind or in the Ayensu River that it has blown the dikes too. Indeed, if they had not constructed the new road and the new bridge, the Cape Coast crack as well would have been cut off. Because as we speak, the old bridge has been blown off by the water. So it's good that there's a new bridge to support it. Anyway, so the water got into the town. And so the townsfolk are caught between water in the town and water from the lake. Now, the bridge that has been blown connects Ochekun to towns like Atechedo, Yenjenazi, Kwekro, Mojobi, Ekoti, and connects to Winneba. That is completely flooded. Okay. So I can imagine now, from the little information that I have, Atechedo is certainly cut off because they cannot come through to Ochekun and to the rest of the place, and they cannot also get to Winneba, so they will be cut off. That's a small village, and they will be cut off. But they had a lot of services. There are schools there, there are health services there, and definitely all these cannot operate. Neither can we have workers. I mean, we have stopped operation. We're just lucky. He has to pick goods from us. They did it on Saturday, so we are cool. Otherwise, there will be no access road to our place.
Can you describe what I mean by describe is what towns are we referring to? Ochekun, because a lot of people listening may not know the geography of the Gomoa. Is this Gomoa Central, Gomoa East, Gomoa West? What are the main towns before and after?
Okay. Ochekun is Gomoa East. So you come through Potten, they get to Ochekun, through Atechedo, and before long you are to Winneba. That is on the main Kaswa, Winneba or Kaswa Cape Coast Road. Okay. So that's where we are. And there is this link between Ochekun and the Atechedo towns I'm talking about. This link will help you move from the main Kaswa Winneba Road to Winneba and the other towns on the coast. So indeed, the towns on the coast, the villages on the coast, which will go to Winneba for their supplies and their livelihood, they've all been cut off. Because they cannot use the access road to Winneba. They've been cut off.
So it started on Monday. Today is Wednesday. How
Yes,
the water
yes.
started receding at all, or are the
It has
conditions
not receded. I sent you a video, and that was from a teacher I know who is there, and then he had the video this morning. It's still full. It's not receded. It's not receded at all. Because what happens is, as it goes, as the water moves off, we are on high grounds, and we know how it is. Water is still moving into the dam, and water is still flowing in the Ayunsu River. So long as there's water from uphill coming, there is no relief at all. There is no relief.
So can you estimate the number of people who may have been cut off from the rest of us? Of course, we are not the statistical service.
I can only talk about the villages, because as it is, we tried to drive into town to find. That's when we realized that we had even been cut off completely. We can't drive out of our farm, and nobody can drive there. So I can only talk about the towns or villages that could be affected. And certainly I will mention at the Ukwa itself, which the water has flooded. I will mention Ocheku, Atechadu, Gengenazi, Jaze, Kwekrom, Ojobi, through to Ekoti. Then on the Atechadu Winneba Road, you can mention to Subompein, etc., all the way to Winneba. So if anybody has any business from Winneba to any of these towns, out, and vice versa. So it's a number of towns and villages, and this is just what I know.
You said the ECG team managed to get to your farm. What were they coming to do, and how did they get to the farm?
Okay, so it rained. Of course, the rain was big, and all lights went off. And so we reported to them, and they were trying to trace the problem. And they realized that they couldn't reach us from the Atechadu road, neither could they reach us from the main road. So they had to get people on to walk, to wade through waters and to walk to a place, cut trees, etc. And that is about how they fixed it, because they could not drive to a place to fix. Yes, they actually walked to come and restore electricity to us, which are giving us life. Otherwise,
wow. Thank you for your proactive message. We will be hoping that the authorities would respond. If I don't know whether it's a dredging situation that is required or a temporary bridge or something, because from what you sent me, I don't know what the solution is.
The situation is such that it looks like the spillway now, because it was not managed, has been damaged, and the water may continue to spill, and there's still a lot of water behind here in the dam. And the situation is such that a new bridge has to be constructed completely, which would take, if not weeks, maybe months. Ooh. That is the the Ocheku to Atechadu road. So our only access road would have been through Atechadu, which is also flooded because the Ayunsu is still to the brim.
Wow.
So we don't know how it's going to be sorted. We don't.
You can only pray and wait for help.
Yes, we can pray. We can only pray and wait for help. That's for a fact. We don't even have workers here to help us fill up the booking.
Or if they bring canoes, can the workers use the canoes to get to your place and go back home? Is that a temporary solution?
We are not even so bent on even the workers coming to work. We definitely, if they have to come, yes, canoes may work. But we're ready to wait for 1 week. We want to suspend activities for one week and see what happens.
My concern is whether houses have been flooded and whether the people whose houses have been flooded have a place to sleep. For me, that's the concern I have. But since you've not been able to...
I didn't hear you properly.
I said my concern is whether people's homes have been flooded and whether the people whose homes have been flooded have a temporary place of abode whilst the water remains.
Okay, I'll have to call again and tell you, because what happened was on the first day, the Monday, I called one or two of our workers, and they said, our home is flooded. They live in Ocheku. And say, our home is flooded, and if the water joins up from the lake, we are finished.
All right. Yeah. Mr. Inuansa, thank you so much for your report. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So Mr. Inuansa is the owner of Inuansa Farms in Goma, Ocheku, and giving us a vivid report of the effects of Monday and Sunday's rains on his community. We will do another central. We'll do a couple of Volta. We're trying to explain that this is not just an Accra problem, which is why I'm taking this route.
Winneba is supposed to be a bay, right?
Yeah.
And that raises a lot of challenges for the people who live there. And hearing what he's saying, it means that the situation is much more serious than many people have reported, which would seem to be a reason why the government has got to move as fast as possible to those areas. Because these are areas which, if removed completely from the national supplies, will have serious difficulties.
Yeah.
Well, Bernard, we are having residents who live around the Sakumono Celebrity Golf Club area tell us that a bridge in the neighborhood has been broken down. The lagoon has overflowed its banks, and so their homes are flooded. Many are stuck at home. They are unable to move. Homes are literally flooded. They've tried to reach the NADBO numbers, but the numbers are not going through. We're told that those who had their homes tiled, their homes are flooded. Those who have some grass in their homes, it's not yet flooded. So Sakumono Celebrity Golf Club,
is that a voice note I sent?
That's the voice note.
So they sent me this message yesterday. I tried to get the military rescue team,
right,
and as of now they've still not been reached, so they are still stranded. So this is for a 24-hour message.
And also, I mean, the number of people have complained about access to the emergency lines.
The NADMO lines, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's very unfortunate. But the telecommunication companies we have in this country, I mean, don't they have excess capacity to at least allow for maybe 5 lines to,
it's not even the phone line. See, my thing is, there should be various options. A phone call, a WhatsApp line. Look, even WhatsApp, it took the minister to send me a WhatsApp number of NADMO. And the NADMO WhatsApp number, when you send a WhatsApp to it, you get an automatic response.
How is that?
So it was the operation, I don't know the name of the military operation.
Operation Boafo.
It was Operation Boafo people. Somebody sent me the name of one of the commanders. His WhatsApp number is the one I've been forwarding WhatsApp distress calls to.
Jesus Christ, this is not how you run the country.
So take your time. So what I'm saying is that the man so what I'm saying is that there was no WhatsApp. And when I asked the fire service, he said they don't have an official WhatsApp system. So NADMO WhatsApp is more for information. But I'm saying that in an emergency and response, because if somebody is stranded, he may not be able to reach you. So he can send you a voice note and say, oh, my name is Kofi Mensah. This is my location. Find me. So I think like a WhatsApp interface would have been better.
Yes.
All right. But it looks like, I mean, if fire service is telling you they've not had new fire tender for 15 years, would they be thinking about WhatsApp groups? So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Again, this crisis should reveal things we need to put in place to avert further destruction of people's lives. All right. So as we speak, there are people stuck at Celebrity area.
Yeah, golf club.
Who cannot leave their homes, and they've been asking for help for 24 hours because the phone number they are calling, the NADMO is overwhelmed. All right. It's not the best. It's not the best. We need to wake up and do better. Caleb, let's do a few announcements from you.
Very
before
well.
I get in.
Now, every dream has a home. Welcome to Heritage Christian University, located in Amasama behind Olympic Stadium. At Heritage, you are assured of value-driven education that prepares you for the world of work. Our students are challenged to turn ideas into businesses that feed families and employ communities. Admission is in progress for a wide range of undergraduate and graduate programs. Visit hcu.edu.ga to find out more. 054777771 is the number to call for more. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. And you've probably noticed the lights going off when you least expect it. Plans interrupted, businesses forced to pause, and homes left in the dark at inconvenient times. Translight Solar is here to help you. You will enjoy consistent, reliable power every single day. No interruptions, no surprises. Our smart solar solutions are designed to keep your lights on, your appliances running, and your operations moving while helping you cut down electricity costs. We are offering exclusive installation discounts at 34,000 Ghana cedis only, with flexible payment options. 0256 040 838 is the number to call. Translightsolar.com is the website to visit. Translight Solar, reliable power, total peace of mind. And Let me tell you about Lancaster. If you're looking for world-class university experience for your child right here in Ghana, Lancaster University Ghana is the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa, offering students the same prestigious Lancaster University degree awarded in the UK with a 90% graduate employment rate within 6 months of graduation. Your child gets a head start in today's competitive global market. Students can choose from programs in business, law, computer science, economics, marketing, international relations, and more, all in a modern campus environment designed for success. Application is open. Lancaster.edu.gh is where to visit. 0209 607 008 is the number to call. Lancaster University Ghana, a global degree at your doorstep.
Before we get into tech and social media trends, one for you, one for me. It's feeding time. Vita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time easy. And rich with 16 essential vitamins and minerals, you only need to add previously boiled water. 3 exciting variants: wheat, rice, maize for an amazing price of 5 cedi 50 pesos. This is real value for money, affordable, nutritious, and convenient. Vita, good nutrition for a strong start. This advert is FDA approved. And if you're an importer or exporter, or you're looking to improve your global trade experience, we know trade financing comes with its complexities, but at CBG, we believe that doing business should always be hassle-free. With CBG's trade solutions, your trade financing challenges will be an issue of the past. Take advantage of our trade solutions and expand your international trade transactions while building a great credit history. Call 0302-216-000 or email talktous@cbg.com.gh. Visit any of our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. All right, so it's time for tech and social media trends, and Samuel Attah-Mensah is here, brought to us by All right, so Samuel, welcome back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning. Feels good to be here. So yesterday, one of the trends we had Accra. Today, Accra is still trending, and with a couple of different angles. First of all, A+ has been speaking on the matter, and he says that politicians have little to offer in this regard, but the citizenry must also stop dumping refuse and other stuff and building in waterways. So for him, if he sees any building in waterways, he will cause those buildings to be demolished just to save or prevent flooding. And then again, there's a breakdown of the amount the president gave, the 300 million Ghana cedis. So reports are that, according to the communications Minister for Government Communications, Felix Kwatio-Fosu, 150 million cedis will be for the victims, and then 150 million Ghana cedis will also be for flood mitigation. So whilst they are providing relief for the victims, 150 will also be for preventing the flooding in Accra. Then again, former Vice President and NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, was also seen on the grounds in his sneakers, going round and speaking to people. Specifically, he visited Atala and some other areas, detailing the need for all government agencies to come together to resolve this particular matter.
But you see, where was he wearing sneakers?
Why should I want Wellington?
So people who are around.
I was visiting the flood area.
The area was really it was muddy. It was a muddy area.
I mean, look, it's not like just all of these things should be planned.
Geared. Yes, Wellington boots proper so that he can enter this.
Exactly.
He was wearing kambu.
Where those sneakers you wear to do jogging.
Now, after
like you know they understand it.
No, stop that. Politics is difficult.
Maybe the agency of the time.
Maybe he had to rush.
Yeah, he had to.
No, you see, all of these things.
Maybe he was going somewhere.
But you see, by time in the UK, I got a little bit involved in how they do their local politics and all of that.
You are going out.
Things don't just happen. No.
Yeah, you have to plan it well.
It is planned. It's someone's job. You are going out at this time. Yeah. You are going to meet these kinds of people. This is our profiling. This is what you go out with.
So the Kambu was not good.
Kambu.
Let me now take you to Laboma Beach, and guess what I'm about talking about. When you go to the shores of Laboma Beach, you see huge plastic waste and refuse due to the heavy rainfall. All of those items have been washed to that area, and it's enormous, like tons of plastic there, and people are calling on authorities to deal with that matter. Accra was not the only place that got flooded, or let me say Ghana, because Lagos, Nigeria also got their fair share of this particular tragedy, and several parts of Nigeria were also flooded. Now, in another trend, if you go to Japan, while we are experiencing rains and floods here. Theirs is their heat. Heat is melting their streets. And in one of the videos, someone actually cracked an egg on the bare street and it began to fry.
Are you sure this is not?
Yes, it's not AI. I confirmed the video. It's not AI generated.
So they are frying egg on the road.
On the road. Like
the heat wave is also in Europe,
in
UK,
well.
even Canada and US. There's a lot of heat.
Yeah.
But that's the way the world is. Whilst we are getting water, some are getting heat.
The government's using some trucks to sprinkle water on the street across in some of the videos. That is happening in Japan as the sun keeps blazing. Now, let me take you to the World Cup. And Olise is trending.
Olise!
Yes, Olise is trending due to the stellar performance in the game where France beat Sweden 3 goals to 0. And, Mbappe also scored twice, leveling the goal scorer with Lionel Messi. They all have 6 goals.
It's serious
now. Yes.
France is devastating.
Yes, really, really devastating.
But they've not met
really
a truly tough opposition.
Oh, have you played Sweden before?
Sweden.
Have you played Senegal before?
Talking about Senegal.
They meet,
Who are they meeting? The German is gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Germans. I don't know how they were able to do that.
You only beat what is in front of you.
Talking about,
let's see how they fare against the other team.
Yeah,
Morocco is coming up, right?
Yeah, Morocco is coming up. And talking about Morocco and Senegal, 9 African countries advanced to the round of 32. Currently, 2 are out, so you are left with only 7. DR Congo, who will be playing England, Senegal, Belgium, Algeria, Egypt, Cape Verde, Ghana, and Morocco. So people are actually looking forward to those games. At least we'll get some of them into the next round.
All right.
Now, let me bring you one more trend before tech news. South Africans were out on the street yesterday in their numbers demanding that foreigners leave their country. And so that protest, which was much awaited, was carried out yesterday. We've not really seen much of killings or as those things in there, but they actually went on the streets in their numbers to demonstrate in that regard. Now, tech news. You remember somewhere last year, 2025, Microsoft laid off huge numbers, in terms of employment due to AI revolution, and they are set to continue again, and they are going to cut under 2.5% of its workforce in the latest round of layoffs that could be announced as early as next week.
Thank you very much, Samuel Attah. That was taking social media trends.
There comes a time in every young guy's life when something changes. The girls in your class, they're not as loud as you thought, and not as annoying either. Wow, their voices sound different now, almost nice, and somehow you actually enjoy spending time with them. You don't know when it happened, you don't know how, but suddenly you're always looking for an excuse to spend time with them. Luckily, some things make it easier.
Kwaku, can I have some of your Manchi chocolate chips cookies?
Start the moments that matter with Manchi chocolate chip cookies and experience the unmistakable crunch of chocolatey joy.
Manchi! This advert is FDA approved.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we lay aside, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. BOA, we go there for you night and day. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
This football season, for only 100 Ghana cedis in pay, your mom will 4 pieces of chicken, 2 crispy tenders, large chips. I'm gaming and starting. Grab yours today and enjoy the taste of football season with KFC, proud official meal partner of Ghana football. KFC Ghana is finger licking good.
Since inception, almost 100% of Ashesi University students have found jobs, started businesses, or gone on to graduate school within 6 months of graduation. From Accra to Nairobi, London to New York, Ashesi graduates are noticed and are leading successful careers. If you dream of a rewarding life and career, an Ashesi education prepares you just for that. Learn more about applying to Ashesi at ashesi.edu.gh. Remember, admission is ongoing.
Careful, Charlie. Turn up small, make it pass the door. Yes, like that. Yo, my guy, what happened? Hey, you get new TV? Charlie, major upgrade for the tournament season. Oh, this your TV there. The whole area will watch matches for your house. Oh. How much you buy them? I don't buy them. I win them from the Samsung Win Big promo. Hey, you make serious? How? Simple. I buy my Samsung Galaxy phone from an authorized dealer. Where I visit www.samsung.txtghana.com. Where I enter my details to enter the draw. Then boom, I win this 85-inch Samsung TV. Charlie, way more prices today. Galaxy phones, tablets, watches, fridges, washing machines, and more every week. Then I go buy Samsung with that.
This promo is on from now till July 3rd. Buy a Samsung Galaxy device and stand the chance to win exciting Samsung prizes every week. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Asampaetia Obayansa fuso obunuye wonka na asam Tema futu sam kakre wa supreme Yo kofi oman ya woman Omani ya memana Genyi baby ako Wachata jaya wareni Wonsom wanyini pa Esa dipa wofyoye Yamo yembera ye Ebe ya ifihena Omaya ya umano Omaya ya memana Adiwaye no ya Nyamichata Yemana renya Wonso wanyini pa Sawaya wanabe Yamo yembera ye Ebe ya ifihena Wonso wanyini pa
8:15 on the City Breakfast Show. Zenith Bank says, stay alert, shine your eye when someone calls you claiming to be from Zenith Bank. Fraudsters can sound professional and confident and convincing. They may ask you to confirm your account details to help resolve a supposed problem or secure your account. Remember, Zenith Bank will never ask for your PIN, password, or one-time password over the phone, email, or any channel. If a caller asks for this information, do not share it. End the call immediately and contact Zenith direct on 054 2000 111 or 0302 680 884. Shine your eyes, spot the fraud, stop the fraud. This message is from Zenith Bank in partnership with the Ghana Association of Banks. In a world moving towards sustainability, SuperSem Cement is leading the way with LC3 technology and eco-friendly innovation, making us Ghana's best choice. Choose SuperSem, our super fast 32.5 hour for plastering, mortar screeding, and block laying. Use our heavy-duty SuperSem Super Power 42.5 hour for durable foundations, coastal works, and high-rise structural works. SuperSem Cement dries fast, is waterproof, and prevents moisture damage and powdery walls. Call us on 055-3060-517. Available at all leading building material outlets across Ghana. SuperSem, build your dream. Pambros is introducing our latest Pambros refined iodized salt, now available in 250 gram and 500 gram sachets. Just a pinch of Pambros refined iodized salt brings out the taste of your food. It's available at all major markets, supermarkets, and local provision shops nationwide. Reach us on 0266-823-589 or 0302-335-114. Pambros iodized salt. Kitwa Bipeti Adium. The National Petroleum Authority is happy to host the GIPCON 2026 on the theme Building a Resilient Downstream, Policy Innovation and Investment for Growth. This event is under the auspices of His Excellency the President of Ghana, who will be the guest of honor. There's also the Minister for Energy, Dr. Jinapo, MPA CEO Godwin Tamaklo Eduji, as well as Dr. Patrick Ofori, and other leading industry people like Dr. Ivesinopong of the Comac. It's on the 16th and 17th of July, 8 a.m. each day, Palms Convention Center, La Palma Royal Beach Hotel. Register by calling 055-822-3678. There's a big climax with the Downstream Awards and Gala Night, 18th July, Kempinski Hotel. There's also the 9th edition of the Risk Africa Summit on the theme Global Risks, Local Impacts, Building Strong Systems and Institutions for a Resilient Future. This is 29 and 30 July, Crown Forest Hotel near Winneba, 8 a.m. each day. This is organized by Sapient and Vision, a proud subsidiary of Innovari. And this is for board risk committee members, exco CEOs, managers, and risk professionals. Register by calling 0502 437 609 or go to riskafricasummit.com to register.
High quality boats and nets proudly manufactured right here.
All right, Caleb, we can't hear you, so let me. Oh, we can hear you. It's fine. Okay.
So call us today on 0557 126 501 or 0544 967 307. 711 baseline boats and that's made in Ghana, made faster, made strong.
Later this morning, the Republic Day lecture organized by the One Ghana movement and the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College comes on live on Channel 1 Television and Citi FM. This is at 3 p.m. It's on the theme From the Sahel to the Gulf of Guinea, Addressing Violent Extremism and Maritime Insecurity in West Africa, Implications for Ghana and Regional Security. This event will feature Honorable Ernest Brojaji Mfi, Deputy Minister for Defense, and then it will be hosted by the Commandant of the Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Major General Jean Wonje, with Excellency Josephine Nkrumah, former ECOWAS Ambassador to Liberia, serving as chairperson. The keynote lectures will be delivered by Vice Admiral Issa Yakubu, retired, former Chief of Naval Staff and renowned security analyst and consultant Professor Kwesienin, who offer expert perspectives on strengthening regional peace and security. The media partner is Citi 97.3 FM and Channel 1 Television. Stay tuned for live coverage.
Now, do you know that SNIT pensioners can now engage a qualified healthcare professional from the comfort of their home? SNIT, in partnership with the Trust Hospital and the National Health Insurance Authority, NHIS, has introduced the SNIT telehealth service to provide convenient access to healthcare for pensioners. With this service, pensioners can consult a doctor or healthcare professional remotely or for medical advice, routine health concerns, and follow-up care without the stress of traveling to a hospital. To access the service, simply dial the toll-free number 0800-877-555 and speak to a qualified healthcare professional now. Take advantage of this innovative service designed to support your health and well-being. SNIT telehealth service, quality healthcare at your convenience. Imagine a world where your power never fails, your data is always secure, and your business never stops. That's the world Left Signature Limited is building every single day. From expert electrical engineering services to cutting-edge renewable energy solutions like solar and microgrids, Left Signature keeps your world powered and protected. Our data center and cloud services ensure maximum uptime, seamless connectivity, and strong disaster recovery so your business never misses a beat. We also deliver custom applications, ERP systems, and AI-powered solutions designed to boost productivity and drive growth. Download the LEP Power app from the Play or App Store. Access the web version as well. 0256 111 811 is the number to call. leftsignature.com is our website. Our office is at Lashibi North Celebrity Estate. Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence. Let me tell you about Lexis University College is inviting students, workers, and the public who are seeking world-class education, market-driven professional qualification. Come to us. We have a solid campus at Tema Community 25 Peace Beach Junction. We run courses from BSc Nursing to Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics, and all that is in between. delexisuniversity.edu.gh is where to find out more. You can also apply there. Admission is in progress, so do not miss out. Our WhatsApp line is 0577 734 549.
So this morning, what are we doing? We are taking stock of flooding, not just in Accra. You notice that from Monday and Tuesday, we focus a lot on the Greater Accra region. Today, we're on the Central and the Volta regions, and it seems as if there's a lot. So this morning, I got a call from Gomao Chirekun, which interview I just did with a man who runs a big farm. He says his farm has been cut off. His workers can't come to the farm. A number of communities have been cut off, and the water, some rivers also overflowed its banks. Apparently, the river Ayensu. Then there's the Volta region where parts of Aflao got flooded, Seva got flooded, and again rivers have overflowed. We are told Blamezado has been flooded, Alakle Road has been overtaken. So there's a lot of flooding incidents in places that we regularly report on flooding, so it may not seem to be such a big story. But if you put all of that together, that's a lot of flooding. This morning, I read a story on Channel 1 News Sky that even in close to Ho, there's been flooding incidents.
The Tojin River in the
because don't forget that the rainfall is not just in Accra. Koforidua is getting rain, Ho is getting rain, Akemodan is getting rain. It's basically southern and middle Ghana, and the flood system that came, the storm system that came from the eastern part is moving through. Let's go back to the central region. Akwesi Ado is our regional correspondent. He's been on the money and on the beat from Monday. He was discussing Kasoa and parts of Western Accra. Akwesi, I just wanted you to give me a quick central regional overview of the flooding. I spoke to a farm owner from Gomwa Ochereku who said to me that his town had been cut off from Winneba and that a lot of communities in and around Gomwa Ochereku had been flooded. What else can you tell me? Indeed, he mentioned places like Ojobi, Ekoti, Janaze, and Atechedo. These are places I'm sure you know. What else can you give me by way of report on the central region and flooding?
Okay, thank you, Bernard, and thank you to our listeners. So this would be the second wave of flooding in the areas you've mentioned, Gomwa Ochereku, Ojobi, Jinjanaje, Atechedo, and the other areas where the Ayensu River, lies and then joins the ocean. So in about a month ago, they suffered a similar flooding situation. And then last Sunday, towards Monday also, they suffered a similar fate. As I speak with you now, farmers have lost almost everything they planted, from vegetables to crops and the likes. Their homes have also been inundated with floodwaters, and so where to even live has become a problem for them. So that point of the road, what cut is around the Jinjanaje area. So that serves as an optional route if you're commuting from Ojobi, Akoti, or even Kasoa towards Winneba and you wouldn't want to use the main highway. That serves as a reliable optional route, and the Ayensu River overtopped its bridge at that particular section. We recorded a flooding situation on the main highway that is from Mapam towards Mankasim, and it made the road impassable. But as I speak with you now, there's been some sort of improvement. And then in the Yawutu Senya East municipality also, we recorded very devastating flooding situation. Same can be said about Gomwa East. There are several other municipalities in the region that, according to NADMO, were also affected in this second wave of widespread flooding here in the central region.
So, last week when we spoke, we were told by the Kwesi Dawood that the rains of the previous week had resulted in 18 deaths in the region, and about 12 communities were affected. That was the week before. So looking at this Monday and Sunday rain, has there been an overview in terms of deaths or casualties? Has the NADMO in the region given you any information on the latest rain beyond the previous week?
So the NADMO is yet to put together a report on its general overview or assessment of the impact of flooding in the entire region. When I spoke to the regional NADMO director, President around 5 p.m. yesterday, he told me they were still compiling, putting together figures from the various districts, and that they were not done. But here in the Otusenya East municipality, we've recorded some deaths. One of the deaths has been confirmed by the assembly member for Jument Committee, Zone 6 electoral area, Mustafa Mohammed, who confirmed to us that one person, after saving his wife and children, decided to return to the apartment to pick a very important document. He got trapped, and then by the time help arrived, he had already given up. And so, because he is a Muslim, in line with the Islamic customs and traditions, he was buried immediately thereof. And then also there's a resident who has told us that in a neighboring community to Pomete, so this would be the Zone 6 area, a family of about 6, they got trapped in their house, and by the time help arrived, they had also died, and they have also been buried. But all these pieces of information are yet to be confirmed by the NADMO. And then also in Dokuchakope, someone told us that they saw about 7 people who were trapped somewhere around the Okudu River. They managed to rescue 4 of them, and then they couldn't do anything to save the 3 of them. And so their whereabouts, as we speak now, cannot be traced. So these are some of the incidents that have occurred in the central region.
So you spoke to Mr. Dawood. Is there an effort in the region to rescue people or to take stock of because again, 2 weeks ago, Mr. Dawood gave us a big overview of everything that has happened. He had traveled across the region. This new one seems to have taken everybody by surprise. Is there some official delegation moving around checking on people, or basically every man for himself?
So it appears that the various NADMO directorates in the respective districts and municipalities have been conducting rescue operations. But we all do know for a fact that in most situations, the professional background of the people who are hired to work with the NADMO is not properly checked. And so there are NADMO officials who cannot even swim in floods. So it becomes difficult for those who are supposed to be rescuing people to even render help. And let me add that in all the districts and municipalities I have taught, I have seen that the NADMO are not properly tooled. So, for instance, here in the Otusenya East municipality, at the very height of the flooding situation, when matters got worse, some residents had to mobilize canoes from around the Densu River to conduct search and rescue operations in the Kuchakope, Gawo line, and then Jomex Pomete and the other area. The NADMO didn't have anything sort of a canoe or even a boat to go about trying to rescue people. So they had to solely rely on manpower, which made it practically impossible to save as many people from distressing situations.
Wonderful. So you yourself, you had to shuttle between Kasua, western part of Accra, and then parts of the central region. How has the commute been? Because I've also heard of road issues. Almost every day, people in the Kasua area tell me that the road to Accra is difficult. How have you managed to even move around at all? And how has the rain affected the road construction?
It really became very difficult relying on cars to transport yourself. At some point, you would have to use motorbikes. Because on Monday, the N1 highway fell into complete silence. as of 10, 11, 12, you could barely see vehicles plying this route. And it happened so because the Winneba Apam section got flooded, and then the famous Atala stretch issue also contributed to vehicular to impeding vehicular movement, and so vehicles could not move along the stretch. Even at the Atala area, as of yesterday, we still had long vehicles or trucks that had gotten stuck on both sections of the road. So it reduced or it forced traffic to be sharing just single stretch, and that is on the opposite lane that is towards Accra. So it really became difficult for people to commute about. And then also the few commercial transport operators that decided to work, some of them also increased transport fares astronomically. So for instance, we do know that from Kasua to Nyanyano should cost you just about 7 cedis for taxi. But on Monday, people were charging about 30 Ghana cedis per passenger. And even that, they would have to drop you some kilometers away from Nyanyano because the road had gotten flooded and then vehicles could not move past there is this major river just before Nyanyano. So it became difficult for vehicles to access that particular area. If you go to areas like Crespo City, it's the same situation. Taxi drivers increased their transport fares about threefold, and it really became uncomfortable for people who had not prepared to deal with that particular situation. Now, after the heavy floods, we embarked on a tour in these affected areas yesterday, and I should say that the level of devastation is unimaginable. It's very huge to the extent that without any sort of external support, particularly for small business operators, it is really going to be very difficult for them to bounce back to business because they've lost almost everything. Talk of those who use light equipment, those who deal in electronics, those who deal in clothing and textiles. Almost everybody has been affected, especially those who ply their trade around a part of the central business area towards the Okudu River on the Obuomu Road. We had quite a number of shops getting flooded.
Let me go back to the Atala Junction issue. Is it a question of police coming to help traffic, or do they need to do some like desilting, or like what needs to be done for the traffic to flow from your layman's perspective?
So when the road is blocked, no matter who you bring as an expert in traffic management, it would still become impossible for people to move because the road is blocked. If there is no access, there is no access. And on Monday, no, not on Monday, but I think just a few days ahead of this flooding situation, I did a report from the Atala stretch. And as of the time we were putting together the report, the Gas House Municipal Assembly had brought the drip equipment to try and then clear some amount of silt that had deposited on the road after some rains on Thursday. So that report was on Friday. They could not collect the amount of silt that they gathered. And then it rained again on Sunday towards Monday. So it compounded the situation. And on Friday, they were trying to fill some of the potholes with stones. And when it rained on Sunday and then Monday, it washed everything away. I mentioned it, thanks to that number, so that the situation at the Atala Old Barrier stretch goes beyond the ordinary clearing of the silt anytime it rains. That is not a sustainable measure. As I speak with you now, Bernard, we do know that we have a very large drain that receives water from the hilly side of that particular entrance. So from the Bapadugo and then the Aplaku, New Botano entrance. And then there is a smaller drain that's supposed water on the highway itself. All these two drains are choked to the brim to the extent that water can no longer pass through. So every run of water coming from the hilly side of the area runs directly onto the highway, and then it comes with large volumes of water and then gets the highway filtered. And this is happening because there are no properly constructed drainage channels in the hilly part of the area. And so once the water is coming down from the hill, it moves every object it can. Sometimes it even builds coconut trees and then leaves them on the highway. And if you have coconut trees and then some abandoned or damaged tricycles and other heavy particles landing on the highway, it means that there is no access. So if you are an MPDD officer and you are directing traffic, where would you direct the traffic to? So many times, commuters would have to wait for the assembly to come in, clear a section of the road before they can now have access to continue their journey.
All right.
So some serious engineering work ought to be done in the Aplaku, Bapadoku areas, broadcasting areas in order to address this particular situation, because it keeps getting worse. Previously, you wouldn't have the tuber stations getting flooded, but these days when it rains, the area gets flooded. The Town Junction was quite okay, but the situation is getting worse. New Botiano Junction is becoming yet another problem. And then now we have constant water. We have water running along the LCC Junction area constantly. Whether it rains or not, there is water running through that section. And so it becomes even difficult for people to even access the bus stop at that particular area.
Akwesi, thank you for the report. Akwesi Ado is our Central Regional Correspondent, giving us an overview of the region and also the road situation linking the Malam, Weja, Bawe area all through to SCC to Kasua, toll booth areas. We are still taking stock of the flooding, and we've just done Central Region. I want to move to the Volta region, but I need to read a couple of quick messages here. There's a complaint that the TT Brothers Road that leads you to the free zones area has become a major bottleneck for traffic, and this is both rush hours in the morning and the evening. And I've been sent a video. A gentleman said it's taking almost 2 hours to get to TT Brothers Junction after work. This is less than a kilometer of road, and I think there are some potholes there. We regularly report on this. I think they fix it and it comes back, so it's almost like it goes and comes. So it tells you that pothole patching may not really be the solution. They need to really re-engineer the place. The main project is not done. So, and then parts of Roman Ridge, I'm told the Nigerian High Commissioner.
Yes, the High Commission, the Nigerian High Commission.
In Roman Ridge,
yes.
There's a flooding situation there. Yes. I think some building behind it, some drain has been blocked.
Yes,
and there's a video of the High Commission with water flowing freely in the whole High Commission.
The compound.
That's not fair.
You have a message on the TT Brothers.
So tell me about it.
The person says, good morning, Ben and team.
Mm-hmm.
There's a growing trend I want to put across for you to draw the attention of the authorities to. Some Aboboya drivers have deposited their waste into Bola under the tunnel leading to TT Brothers, formerly motorway roundabout. From Sunday to this morning, I have seen more than 3 heaps of Bola. Kindly use your medium to draw the Assembly's attention to this problem. Iris from Dowenya sent that.
So this is true. It's been corroborated. This is not a flooding related story. I'm just doing it. I want to stay on point. Pascal, let me hear your voice first.
So this one that we're talking about earlier. So the person says that the Onyasia, or is it Onyasia? Okay, stream behind the Nigerian High Commission in Roman Ridge, which has been blocked by a developer, underline a developer, has caused significant destruction to properties in the area. Now, he mentioned properties affected to include the Nigerian High Commission and sent a video to support that, and a number of other properties in the area.
All right.
And Bernard, just quickly on the matter of what developers can do at will.
Charlie.
You see, we are chasing money so much so that there's no regard for the path of nature
at all.
A similar thing has happened in the Malam Junction area. There's a total filling station close to the market. A huge yard there that has a family has lived there for all these years. There's never been flooding, like decade, 2 decades and more. But the rains we saw on Monday inundated parts of that particular place because there's a contractor or whatever he does, decides that, they were going to block how water was flowing out of the area. They blocked the place. Water that had its own way getting into the Pambros, all of these communities, the Lagoon, Blue Lagoon area there. Someone said that, he didn't like the pathway, so blocked it. Now people are having to count their losses. Chicken that people were raising completely destroyed. Their investments in stationery, all of these things destroyed because someone thought that he could get up and do whatever he liked.
The other thing is the Nigerian High Commission area. Apparently, the Onyasia area is supposed to be vegetable farms, and it's a waterlogged area. It's not even supposed to have houses, according to what I'm being told by people who lived there when they were young. Apparently, the place was it's not meant for, so it was reclaimed. You see, it's a reclaimed area, which is why the flooding is happening. Because according to the Samens and Co, when they were there as kids, it was like a vegetable farm with mushy water and stuff. But these days, people are living everywhere. So
yeah, but while that may be a valid position, the person sending in the message says that there's a developer who also blocked a particular water body, which means that maybe. I used to live in that area. So, look, I think so much irresponsibility has brought us here. And it's unfortunate that in some cases we see the things, we close our eyes. In other cases, we report, and the authorities don't do anything about it.
They also close their eyes.
And you read a flyer the other day of the place in Chado, where for some reason the assembly decided that they were going to repurpose a particular place, and then someone made an application. It was published in the newspapers. Now, the question you ask yourself is, what was the purpose of that circulation? The circulation
was it for
of
us
that
to come and appeal or what?
And then
it's almost like we put it out there, so we are going to do it.
And yesterday I listened to Professor Gordon, and he made the point that those signatures that are responsible in part for bringing us here have got to answer questions. It cannot be that you are supposed to be an expert. You understand ecology. You understand how the environment is supposed to work. How much water should be held in a particular area for some time so as to relieve other communities.
And you make a publication that...
Then you make a publication that we come and do what? You understand? Do they even hold in these meetings that these decisions are taken? Do they go to the community? In any proper community,
they will ask questions.
You go to the community.
Last week, Saka and his fiancée, they wanted to put up a £4 million mansion, and it took them 2 years to convince the neighbors in some part of London to agree for them to put up that house.
Exactly.
Just up and down.
Community engagement.
Ghana, you don't even need £1 million.
Because you see, there's something known as stakeholder mapping. When you are going to get involved in things like this, you have to map the stakeholders, the people interested in the place, the people who live there. How is it likely to impact communities downstream? All of these things are done by experts. There is something known as expertise. And those things go into deciding whether that relocation, that reclamation, all of these things should be done.
Let me talk to, not to cut you, Sylvia, who is, she reports for Holy FM in Aflao. Sometimes she gives us reports. Sylvia is going to give me a quick overview of Aflao and the southern parts of the Volta region in relation to flooding. Sylvia, thanks so much for joining us. On Monday, you sent me a message that you were up and about monitoring the flooding situation. What did you see on Monday and Tuesday? What is the situation in the places you went?
Okay, thank you, Bernard, and your team. Good morning to our lovely listeners. On Monday, the situation in Ketusa, Keta, and Angoga are not different from what we are seeing from Accra. The rain started at 9 p.m. on Sunday evening. It lasted to evening of Monday. And yesterday, part of Ketusa also experienced some rainfall as well. That's the new Yepe and its surrounding communities. So I visited part of Ketusa, especially Agleti community, around where the senior high school is, Applaus Senior High School is. That community is flooded. And this flood partly is the cause of those who are doing sand winning. They dug some goes there to extract the sand and they left the place open. The place has not been filled. So the rainwater and some running lagoons fill up those places and run into the communities around Agleti, cutting parts of the community off. Or students and commuters have to swim in the water before getting into their homes. And in Agleti, their wells have been polluted by this muddy water, and they are unable to get access to clean water for domestic and also commercial use. When I visited Agbawime station is a bit different because we realized that there is a big dam in Togo closer to the border community. So when it rains like this, they open up the dam in Togo and it overflows into these communities along the border. That is Agbawime, Juta, and Gakli communities. So the water, the rainwater, and the dam overflowing from Togo fill up people's houses, their rooms, and they are unable to take any of their belongings. Everything has been soaked in the water. Students are unable to go to school. When I actually entered I was going to someone's house, the water reached my waist level. That is how bad the situation is around Agbawime. Ziome community is also affected, and the Diamond Cement Road, that is from the Aflau police station to the Diamond Cement Factory. There is one community there called Ziome. The road has been submerged in water, and motorists have to get off their bikes and push their bikes through the water before they are able to get into their various destinations. And
are these places that regularly get flooded when it rains, or you say that this one is a bit unusual?
The last 5 years, I equally made a report on it. Whenever it rains heavily, for the past 5 years, the Togolese authorities will open their dams. So it has been flooding these communities almost every year. But this one is more than what we experienced some few years back.
I see. So have people been displaced, or this is just like a temporary flooding?
No,
and
some people have been displaced and houses have collapsed. When you visit Lentevute communities, Agbogbome, Gakli, Demadikope, Aglazume, some houses have been destroyed over there. So it's not a temporary flooding that has occurred. Most of these people, they have built their houses with mud. And some of the cement buildings are not their old buildings, so these buildings have collapsed. This is the situation in Ketusa.
What about Angloga and Keta areas?
For Angloga communities, we learned 53 houses have been affected, and more than 50 houses which are made of mud have collapsed. The situation is heavily affecting the Shime zone and the Kume zone. Communities around this place are Blamazado, Azanu, Blamaji, and the rest. So this flooding has caused academic work to be disrupted. For example, Fiaho Basic School has been temporarily closed down. Blemazado RC Basic School has been closed down. Some chiefs campus have been closed down as well. And when you visit Seva community, you know there's this lagoon called Abu Lagoon. It's between Akachi South and then Anglogan district. This lagoon has overflowed, and the roads linking to these two communities, you have to use lagoon before before you are able to access these communities over there. And then the lagoon too has been filled up with refuse. So the refuse have also filled up the whole place, and the place is in total mess.
So this is yours. Has the regional ministry or any of the MCs done an overview, giving you an overview report? Because you are telling me what you've seen and what you've covered. Has there been an official account of the number of people affected by this flooding so far?
Yeah, from Anglogan district, when I spoke with the NADMO director, he made mention that over 50 houses within the Anglogan district has collapsed, and they are working around to get other houses that have been affected. He mentioned that about 2,500 acres of farmland have been totally flood. These people are vegetable producers, so they need some seedling, and they were ready to transplant them this month before all their seedlings has been submerged in this flooding. So he said they are working around to assist the people and also to evacuate those whose houses have been submerged to higher grounds in their communities. He mentioned that the Vedo, the Sukope, the Venu, and all these places have been completely unless they use canoes to feed the people. So when they made some rounds yesterday, he said assistance will be coming to them soon, and they'll be getting the other number of people who have been affected.
Sylvia, thank you for your report. Sylvia,
and then also in Keta,
Okay, so you wanted to give me Keta for it. I think I missed that. So what is the situation with Keta?
In the Keta communities, the NADMO director, Mr. Wanda, mentioned that 35 houses have been affected. They totally collapsed. And then AME Zion School, which is around due to the rainwater and other lagoons running into the Seva lagoon. So it has filled the AME Zion School compound, making it inaccessible for students, especially those in the lower primary level, to come to school today. He also said Laoshime MA Basic School, Venyago MA Basic School, and also Agovinu MA Basic School has also been flooded. So other communities like Anyako, Anua, Fiadeniga, Keta, Central, Jelukope, all these places too have been submerged with water, especially their farmland.
Sylvia, thank you for your report. We appreciate it. Sylvia Awe is with Holy FM in Aflao, giving us an overview of K2 South, Keta, and Angloga. Communities flooded, buildings collapsed, rivers overflowing their banks. Let's hear some comments, Kakra.
Yeah, this is an urgent one from Sintima Boaji, who says, "Good morning, Bernard. Kindly alert the police that there's a lifeless body in the gutter at Toyota Ghana Graphic Road. It doesn't look good." So yes, we want to draw the attention of the police to get there ASAP. Another one here, Bernard, the police MTTD has been helping in controlling traffic at Atala stretch from yesterday and today. As your reporter is saying, big trucks are stuck in the silt, not stacked. So when you get to Wager SCC Junction, drivers from West Hills Mall switch to the opposite lane, facing cars heading towards Kaswa. Kwamina sent that from Bawi. I think he said the nature of the road, the police can't do anything, direct traffic anywhere.
And vehicles are stuck, so there's no towing program.
Samuel Odamite in Kaswa says, "Good morning, Bernard and team. Like Richard Sky said, our response after the flood is very poor. There are 2 loaded articulated trucks stuck at Atala in the heap of sand on the Accra-bound side. As at this morning, they are still there.
They've been there since
They've
Monday.
been there since Monday,
So
essentially.
3 days, yeah.
No earth-moving machines on site to clear the sand. No police there to control the vehicles. But are they not referring to similar places?
So maybe what Samuel is seeing is remember what Kwame is seeing. Kwame said police have been there.
Yes.
Samuel says no police, but
No
both of them
police.
say the trucks are stuck.
The trucks, they
at
are
least for
still
that
there.
one we can see. Yeah.
Well, this person says, good morning, team. Please, the Kweshi Lagoon is being filled with sand by the people of the Laboma Beach. This is causing major flood in and around Teshi Bush Road. Thank you. But the video I saw, they were rather clearing the debris, but
Maybe he's saying has been filled.
No, okay.
Which is what reduces the key thing is that, yeah, he's right. That area, the outlet is very narrow because of development all over. Because the Laboma Beach is very close to the lagoon that empties into the sea. And the outlet has been blocked. Let me do another one.
Okay.
Still, whilst we read comments, we're still getting reports on flooding. Wisdom Siade is the MC for Keta. Remember Wisdom?
Yes.
He was the assemblyman for
Anyako.
Anyako when we went there for
Water
the
relief.
He's now the MC. Wisdom Siade, congrats! You've been promoted from assemblyman to MC. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you for your very intensive help that you gave us the other day.
I hope my people in Anyako are okay.
They are okay. Very, very okay.
What is your situational report on the Keta area after the rains over the past few days? We spoke to Sylvia Awiye, who gave some reports on some buildings collapsing, but I believe you have the official figures for Keta area. What can you report?
Yes, it's true that, Keta is, we have the lagoon basin. And so by the nature of the place, all the water, the rivers are connected to the lagoon. So even if it doesn't rain in Keta municipality and it rains heavily in Accra or wherever, they find their ways to the basin. So as we speak, some two major roads have emerged. Anyako Seva Road submerged. Then Borogongo area. The road to Lao Shime, the whole area, farms are gone. Some homes are collapsing because of the long, stagnant water surrounding the building for some 2 weeks now. And now, Lao Shime, Agoji, Mamima, you can access the place, and they can also now access the place easily, and the mainland easily. You have to cross a whole stream before getting there. Some schools have also the compound and the school building. We cannot go to school there, so you have to move the school children to other places or relocate the children to homes in the town. So the situation is very serious as we speak, and we have had some meetings considering trying to open the floodgate and also spill some of the excess water into the sea. And we are at the stage of organizing the resources with the VRA and the engineers, and we have also contacted the Amandi people to support. And as we speak, we only have to start some serious community engagement to update the people on our plans and actions that we are going to take. Then we'll go ahead and try to see if we can cut the sandbar between the lagoon and the sea and open the floodgate at Atizanji to spill the water into the sea.
Your area already has challenges with the sea encroaching on the land. So now that it started raining and rain consistently, what needs to happen immediately to prevent a disaster? Do people have to move by way of precaution? Have you mapped out places they can go to if indeed they have to move? Because from what the meteo people are telling us, we will get a bit more rain before the rain season is over. What preparations are you making?
Yes, so I can tell you that the people are already used to the system because this has been a perennial sort of life for the people. Always the place gets flooded when it's rainy season. But this time and the time that the Kosovo split came, this current one is also very severe. So already people knowing this during the rainy season, they try to find a place with families on the highland. So most people have moved. Fewer people are left to move now, and we are hopeful that during our engagement, we will also ensure that we move the rest of the people to live with friends and the family. The regional minister visited yesterday, and we went around the whole place, and he also encouraged the people to move to highland. So I think that by now, a lot of people have already moved. That the fewer left, we will ensure that we move them not by force, but we try to insist that they move. Yeah.
We'll leave it here for now. Thank you very much, Wisdom Siade, for talking to us. He's the MC for Keta, giving us an update. So clearly, there needs to be possibly opening of spillways of some of the water to enter the sea. As he said, they are used to flooding, but the rains have made matters worse. So it's the whole southern Ghana. I wish I could do Takrady and Western region before I end this segment. But Kakra, if you can continue the messages that came through or that have been coming through this morning.
Okay, and this person says, good morning, Bernard and team. I left home at 5 a.m. at Kaswa. Until now, I am not even at Malam Junction. This is affecting our reporting time to work and even the stress before work. Hello, Citi CBS team. I have not heard any mention of Western region. The situation over there is equally terrible, if not worse than in Accra. There are towns that have been cut off and have to rely on canoes to move. I work in telecom infrastructure industry, and my team in Western region are basically working on the edge to keep the network there active. Bogoso, Isiama, Asankregwa are heavily affected by the rains. Kukuruku in Bogoso is unmotorable, even with 4x4 pickup trucks. Keep me anonymous.
So hopefully I'll get my regional correspondent to give me an update on Western region, as I did say. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, Ransford in Sakumono says, good morning, Bernard and team. It is often said that engineers are the ones who build a nation. This morning, I would like you to challenge the Ghana Institution of Engineering to bring forward smart, innovative, and practical solutions to our perennial flooding challenges. This is the moment for the country to truly feel the value of the institution.
They actually sent out a 19-point communique doing exactly what you said, giving very practical solutions. So they actually sent that out yesterday. So they are ahead of
They've been speaking.
Engineering. They were here when we did the program with what do you call him?
Built environment.
On 2 weeks ago, 15 June. In fact, that was just 2 Mondays ago. We had the Dote, we had the planners, David Ofosu Dote, planners surveyors were here, architects were here, surveyors were here, engineers were here, and they said everything. So as for the engineers, they've been talking. Kaka, please go on before we come to the comments. Yes.
Okay. Good morning, Bernard. Good morning. My issue about the flood is with schools and what GES is doing. My wife is a teacher, and she said yesterday many pupils couldn't come to school because most of them had their homes affected. The few that made it to school wore multicolored clothes because the flood waters, or mufti essentially, because the flood waters had swept away their belongings. Some of their classrooms were flooded. So the pupils spent part of the morning clearing water. So please use your platform to draw the attention of GS to issue a communication regarding school attendance and other activities. Kwamina sent that from Bawi. Joshua says, Bernard and team, is there any country where landowners aren't responsible for developing the land? The current land tenure system where landowners sell lands indiscriminately with no recourse to urban planning is problematic and must be looked at again. Here's another. Good morning, Bernard and team. As Sky previously noted, there appears to be a lack of urgency in the response to the recent flooding. Following a disaster of such magnitude, on Monday, I anticipated that the President or Interior Minister would declare Tuesday a public holiday in the most severely impacted regions like Accra. This would have facilitated community participation in clearing debris from drainage systems in affected areas. Yesterday, my church actively engaged with affected communities, providing donations of essential items and food. It is imperative that we do not treat this as a routine disaster and immediately revert to standard operations. This period necessitates enhanced collaboration among religious institutions, community organizations, and individuals. Mr. Na sent that. Kofi Nadenta says, hi, Bernard.
Hello.
To put things in proper perspective, the average rainfall in the month of June over the years is 210 millimeters.
Correct.
If we have 169 millimeters of rain in one day, then that is a serious problem.
That's true.
Good morning, Alonski.
Yeah.
Charlie, I think there should be a regulation to prevent people from entirely tiling their compounds.
Correct.
20% concrete or tiles and 80%
The standards are
green
there.
or gravel.
Sky,
The standards are there.
Sky, the standards are there, but
They are
they are
not
never
enforced.
enforced.
The lack of
the problem in Ghana is not the lack of laws. So what he's basically saying is that if somebody is building a house, we should be able to go and inspect whether he's built it in a way that can absorb. Let me read one last one before we comment. Bernard, another looming threat to environmental stability and land use development is the current operations of the EPA. If not checked, it will plunge this country into environmental and ecological decay. They are now approving anything in the name of generating revenue without recourse to the zoning status of the applications they are receiving. They are also charging exorbitant environmental permit fees, which has now become a threat to the development, permitting, and management by MMDA simply because developers are complaining about all these payments they have to make for these accompanying statutory permits before developing permits are issued. How can a country turn an environmental regulatory agency supposed to safeguard and protect the environment into money-making institution? It is time we address this looming disaster at the top level before it becomes too late. And this is coming from somebody within a state agency, which I will not mention. But the state agency is within the development space who are complaining that EPA is prioritizing revenue over, which explains the thing you read at the Chado place. That if sometimes, because if you will issue out and change, because EPA should be able to say
the zoning
do
of
an assessment.
area.
You cannot just
environmental assessment.
and yesterday, in fact, there's a voice clip. Akom, where are you? The voice clip of the deputy minister. They say now they are now going to the Rams. Is it 6? What's the name of this? 6 wetland areas to demolish. I mean, now before
that long time we've been talking about.
When we know they started it, Linda Oklu started it, and the whole thing just.
But you see, my frustration is the fact that if someone is just listening to us, the person might think that, oh, we've waited for the rains to come, the floods to affect people before we're talking about this. But for the average listener of this show, from January to now, you would know that this is exactly what we've been talking about. That the wetlands are sponges; they collect the water, they hold it, and people build on water.
But remember,
it will block things.
The regional minister for Greater Accra started some demolishing at the Sakuma Ramsar site. I think she did it for like 2 weeks. We even covered it live. And then for some reason,
all
it
the
stopped.
time.
You know, in fact, there was even a guy who called into the show and said his building was there.
And we blasted the guy.
But the guy was saying, oh, he didn't
guy.
know, and something. Let's hear the deputy housing minister speaking in parliament officially on government's response to this.
Join all my colleagues here in expressing my sympathies, my extreme sympathies to all the families who have lost children, wives, mothers. Sometimes we tend to use statistics to refer to the losses, but everybody had a name. Mr. Speaker, successive governments can carry the blame. It does not end with the current government that is on the seat right now. Because there have been programs and projects over the years that the impacts, if they had been successful, will not be where we are today. Mr. Speaker, but I don't want to complain too much because at the end of the day, there's work to be done and we have a problem to solve. No, I'll leave that to you to do. So, Mr. Speaker, what do we have to do? So listen. Mr. Speaker, the Ghana Hydrological Authority has a competent engineers to oversee flooding issues. It's actually their mandate. Under the Ministry of Works and Housing, the Ghanaian Institute of Engineering is also a professional body that is regulated. In addition to that, the Ghanaian Institute of Architects supports that. Mr. Speaker, we have the professionals in this country to do it. What we need is funding, sustainable funding, and the willpower to do the necessary demolitions that have to be done, take the hard decisions that you have to take as a government, and we are rightly going to do so. Mr. Speaker, we have about six wetlands that have to be restored in Accra alone. Six of them. And the reason why we have to do is that we have to have spaces where we can hold water. The rivers must be given their room, and the streams must be given their space. And so these wetlands are going to be able to hold the water, which they should have been doing already anyway, from all the water, especially that comes from the Ebri Mountains. Now the speed with which the water comes into the capital city has increased because there's nothing to hold it back. And that is because there's been a lot of encroachment on those areas that were meant to be reserved as wetlands. So those wetlands that have been encroached, for those who have encroached, for those who have sold, please find a way of getting your money back because the government is going to get them and use them for the right purpose. Mr. Speaker, after that, there also has to be the issue of the lagoons and the channels that also have to be dredged. We are going to implement nature-based solutions because a lot of the dredging is due to the massive amount of silt that has found its way into the channels. Mr. Speaker, we cannot be using money each and every year to be doing desilting, and then we come back to do the same desilting all over again. Mr. Speaker, the point is that there has been too much exposure and too many soils have been left exposed, and so there's a lot of runoff. Mr. Speaker, look at the case of Samre Boy. If you look at the pictures, you realize that within that flooding area, a lot of the roofs are new. They are not old. It's not the old town where this happened. Look at the roofs. A lot of them are new. What does that tell you? These are new areas that people are developing in. And you can tell they are getting close to the river. When the river is silted, the water doesn't have enough space to hold. So it will now pan out and find its way into the community. This is what has happened in a place like that. It is very unfortunate that this flooding happens. Mr. Speaker, we do not sleep. We have not slept. And I just want to assure Ghanaians that we're going to do everything possible with the funding that has been given, the funding that's being provided for the disaster relief, but also the necessary budgetary allocations should kindly be given on time so that we can do what we have to do. Mr. Speaker, we also have to manage our solid waste better. There are videos. I saw one video of, I actually thought it was a ship that was coming down the water channel, not knowing that it was a whole massive pack of rubbish that was floating down. And then it goes to get stuck at the end of the drain. What are we doing? Why are we doing this to ourselves?
So that was the Deputy Minister for Works and Housing addressing Parliament on the flooding situation. The main thing they say they are doing is they are going to remove buildings from wetlands. We've heard this.
No, but our leaders have joined reporters to report the problem to the nation.
No, they're also analysts.
Okay.
They analyze.
Pandit sentence.
We are not serious.
People have lost their lives. Others are displaced. People don't have place to sleep and all these things. Then you are now coming to explain problem to me.
And Bernard,
No, but Parliament is a house of record, so they have to give the.
No, they should tell what they are doing properly.
They said they are
and
going
they
to
should
clear.
roll out this.
They are going to clear buildings.
It's the same thing the Greater Accra Regional Minister did. The same thing the president said when he returned from the US.
Yeah, they'll clear.
Same thing.
You see, so the frustration in his voice. You see, we have reached. What did the Ghana meet you say? We've reached the peak of it, and we are now hearing assurances of we are going to. Where were we beginning of year? Where were we last year?
Can you tell me?
You know, it gets tiring.
But guys, I need to be. Let's be fair. The Greater Accra Regional Minister did demolish a lot of structures.
But to what end?
With a number two.
Where?
Hold on. We are also told that the level of rain we've seen.
But you see,
the average up out.
That's why we have an anti-flat tax force also. You've had anti-flat tax force.
Wait, you had 169 millimeters of rain.
No, we will not accept
in one day.
Other countries prepare for things like that.
Yes. No, the average.
We are trying to cut the people some slack.
Especially 12 people have died.
The average
12 people have died.
210 millimeters.
12 people have died.
In a responsible country,
Nigeria and Togo to having flood.
But hold on. In a country where the leaders are responsible, right? They know about how to communicate during crisis.
Precisely.
You won't be throwing those figures about because you ought to have known.
Yes.
You put together a task force in this country last year. The task force must have depended on the tax resources of this country, right? And it was expected that they were going to do something about the nature of the situations we face in this country when it rains. For a whole year, Bernard, what did they do in order to prepare the city for the rains? Beyond the few demolition exercises that we saw in parts of the country. What did they do?
Even Garrett projected.
Did we see proper desilting of the drains? Did we see complete, resolution of some of the issues that the president talked about? He went to a particular area and gave a directive. We raised that matter here.
Every single day.
Repeatedly.
Every single day.
We spoke, Godfred Akoto-Boafo, God bless his, contributions to this show.
Yes.
He spoke repeatedly about how we relocated the National Cathedral
the
sand to Dansoman, Otojo, all of these places.
Yes.
If the task force was working, if people knew their mandate, what they were supposed to do, we didn't need to wait to now come and account to the people of Ghana that, we had received heavy rains and that's why they are still
reporting.
No, but what I agree with your point about the response. So the objective of my comment is not to say that the response has been good. What I'm trying to say is that we have to also recognize that the rains have been
you see, that's what that is the
but it's a balanced conversation. You cannot say that. You see, all truth can coexist. The response has not been good. That's true. But you cannot also then say that does not mean that the rains have been ordered.
Can I ask you? Taking one incident. We have been here. I'm coming. We have been here where we have measured fewer millimeters of water, and still there was flooding. Still, people lost their homes.
What happened in those cases?
Exactly. But I'm saying that
the president when he returned.
But that's true. I'm saying that the level of rain this year. No, see, I don't even know why we're arguing about this. We have said that the response has been shambolic. Having argued with you, we all agree. What I've said is that in addition to the point you've made, the level of devastation has been exacerbated by the volume of rain.
And you
cannot deny that.
Nobody's denying it. You're saying that it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change our
if you really put in mitigating measures,
let me hear Sky.
You see, we are attempting to blame God for our own negligence and complete incompetence and irresponsibility.
Sky, you see, let's not argue about what's an argument. You've made a point this morning that the kind of flooding we've received deserved a better response. And I have agreed with you.
Yeah.
We've asked for leadership. We've asked for even a proper WhatsApp number and all that. And I'm saying that all those things are true. But you see, when you're having a discussion, you have to consider everything. Now, I spoke to Chris Gordon on TV 2 weeks ago, and he mentioned about the level of rain 2 Wednesdays ago, and the fact that if you have 70 millimeters, it will be a problem. Now you have 169. So I'm saying that if you are analyzing any issue, Leadership response, poor. Citizen contribution, not good. But you also have to add extreme weather. Now, adding that does not absolve leadership.
No.
But Bernard, it doesn't change much.
Hold on.
Your lesser quantum of rain, you still couldn't manage it.
Let's be fair to the discussion. What I'm saying is that the response has not been great. There's a task force which we don't know what they did. But I'm pointing out to you two facts. Your station covered demolition exercises by the regional minister.
RCC.
March, April, live on TV.
Yes.
We dedicated hours to that. And I'm saying that so some things were done. Not everything was done. Number two, the level of rain you've seen in June, 529. Since 1995, you've not had that in a month. That's number one. Number two, even the rain we are discussing from Sunday into Monday is your fourth highest rain day ever. So you cannot say that in looking at the extent of devastation and flooding, you will not put those. So if you are forming an equation or writing a report about the flooding, you have to be comprehensive. So you have to add that. Now, adding that does not mean that it means the response has been right. But I don't know why my making that point has triggered you. You should be able to accept all the truths together.
Bernard,
if something happens in your house and somebody overreacted, the overreaction can be punished, but then the trigger can also be added. So you cannot simply analyze the reaction and not look at the fact that the rains you've had have also been excessive.
Bernard, you see. Now, let me tell you something. I deal with crisis communication every now and then. And I deal with strategic communications. I can tell you that the reason the president put out those figures was not to actually be fair to the Ghanaian people and say that, we did not do much. We are here because my people failed. Did you see the president? Did you hear him say anything about the task force having failed? No. What he did was to throw the numbers out there as to create the impression that, look, this thing has nothing to do with us. It is God. At least we should blame for the crisis we face. When the president came back from Belarus, at the airport, he spoke. Days earlier, Accra was inundated. You spoke to Professor Gordon. What did he tell you? He said that even the rains that we had seen were not that much, yet we had so much problem. And that if the situation was a little bit
if we had more rain to be bad,
we would have had a problem.
Yeah.
Between the time the professor said that, between the time the president told Ghanaians that, we are now going to receive reports mapping of the areas, after he had set up a committee that was supposed to be working on these things for well over a year or at least a year. What happened? Between the time the president came back from Belarus and the rains yesterday, what happened? But in this day and age, a pilot can tell you that we are unable to fly to Nigeria over the next 2 weeks because of the readings they had seen.
Yeah.
Right? We have the equipment to at least predict that, A, B, C, D is likely to happen.
Yeah.
Of course, it is not in all cases that these things come to pass. Yeah. But we have the equipment, the expertise, and if you call the meteo people, they will tell you that, in this day and age, predictions are possible. That's why they can tell you that, in the next 1 year, there will be famine because it is unlikely to rain because of A, B, and C. So don't let us not sit down for politicians to come and tell us that, because we have...
With all due respect, you are misconstruing my point and you are not being fair. You see, your point about the motive for putting out the figures is your interpretation. Now, the reason I put out the figures... Fine, that's what you have studied. I haven't studied that. What I'm saying to you is that you've seen videos from Togo, Ivory Coast and Nigeria telling you that the flooding was serious. These rains have hit the West African, basically the Gulf of Guinea. It's a rain system that is abnormal. Okay. Now, admitting that is not absolving people of what they should have done. Every country's resilience is measured by what they put in place before the rains come. So the rain will check you. Now, pointing out that you've had your highest month of rain since 1995 is not to absolve anybody, but it's also a fact.
Yeah.
It's also a truth. I spoke to Hini Safo yesterday. Yeah. He's told you about what the Garrett project tried to do where they tried to expand some drains in Abofu. Who knows? If they hadn't expanded those drains, it may have been worse. We can never tell. What I'm saying is that 100% the government response could have been much, much, much better. But I don't want to have a discussion just on just one issue. So what are we trying to do? We are trying to provide source of information for people to have a clear, complete understanding of issues. So to discuss flooding without talking about the level of the rain would be disingenuous. If you think that means strategically it's not the right time to say it, or I shouldn't have said it, well, that's your interpretation based on your expertise in communication.
I'm not even talking about
the
you.
little geography I did. Anybody who is reporting on a situation like this has to also take into account the volume of water. Indeed, even Chris Gordon sent me a chart of the tide. That indeed, so Sky, take your time. Even with the level of flooding, if the rain falls at a time of high tide, it will be flooding more. Because even if you desil the drain, so he sent me a chart of the tide. 3 a.m. there was high tide. 9 a.m. there was low tide. 3 p.m. there was high tide. If the flood waters are being emptied into the sea at the time of high tide, there's pretty much little you can do.
So you agree that the expertise is there.
That's what I'm saying. But you are not letting me finish my point. What I'm saying is that high tide, low tide is not engineering.
What did we do with that information?
I am just telling you that there are certain conditions that can be worsened by nature. That you see, I don't know how pointing those points out all of a sudden then suggests that it means that the people have done a great
job.
What
I'm saying is that what I'm saying, Bernard, what I'm saying is that first of all, there has got to be an admission that there has been incompetence, irresponsibility, and lack of foresight, strategic foresight, to look into the crystal ball and say that, oh, this year we are likely to do A, B, C, D in terms of rainfall. And therefore, these are the measures we are taking to ensure that even if we record the highest form of rain in this country ever, the impact will not be as we saw on Monday. That is the point I'm making. And leaders are put into office to take those decisions. They are to listen to experts. Oh, Meteo people, what are the numbers saying? Historically, what have we seen in July or in June? Professor Gordon, we've heard you on radio. Please bring your numbers. Let's sit in a room. MCEs, what are you doing? The Gary project, where are we? Do we need to get drones? Do we need to do something about the roads? But nothing like that happened, at least to the best of our knowledge. A few demolition exercises carried out and all of that did not prepare us for the kind of problem we are dealing with. The garbage situation. You and I sat here, talked about how Aboboyas were lining up to go to a particular community in Dansoma to pour garbage there.
Yes.
Now, it takes a government that is thinking about the problems of this country to respond appropriately. What did we see? Zero. Nothing happened. We terminated or we refused to renew a garbage contract with a particular company because we had problems with it. Of course, if you have problems and you want to protect the public purse, there are things you need to put in place to ensure that you transition properly. Was that done? No. Aboboyas were collecting garbage and dumping them into the drains. What are we seeing? Now, if you put all of these together, we cannot say with our...
So, we've put all this together, you say that all this, in addition to having a lot of rain, led to the outcome.
So you see,
that's all I'm saying.
So you see, that's why I brought you to the strategic communications bit. Because you see, admittedly, the president could have said that, of course, no president makes those admissions easily. That, my people are put together. They have done A, B, C, D. But their best, blah, 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 could not deal with the situation. And that's why we are here. If he had said it like that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But what he did was to put out these numbers in a way that suggests that, at the end of the day, it was God's will. Look, Bernard, as we are talking about government reform, quickly, I'm not saying anything that we shouldn't pray, right? But on our TV this morning, we are beaming from the presidency, national prayer, blah, blah, blah. It's okay, let's pray. But you see, the ministers whose job it is to be out there, the roads that have been affected, the local government minister, some of them are there praying to God. God will not do by miracle what you should do by common sense.
Amen.
Reverend Pastor Otabil has told us repeatedly.
What did he?
I mean, look, We have won white.
I know.
We are sitting at the presidency. People have died. 12 people have died. In other countries, even one person died because someone failed to do his work. People resign.
Fair enough.
But we are praying to God.
Yeah. For me, I don't want this to become an argument. So there are many perspectives and many angles to the discussion. Nobody can accuse us of, at least from the media perspective, of not highlighting these issues. I think that you know, some people have said, oh, media should do sustain, at least for, in fact, people even say they are tired for me. Yesterday, when I put out my Monday artwork, people say, Ben, aren't you tired?
You're not tired.
So for us, we've done what we are supposed to do, and we'll keep doing it to keep highlighting the issues. And we've dedicated a lot of airtime to built environment, local governance. We've done a lot of that. So look,
therefore, it is disappointing that after all these years of advocacy, information and reporting, these things still cut us unaware, and we still have all these results.
Quickly from me on this, I think that there's the need for responsibility of citizens. Okay, this for me is a two-headed problem. The citizens and the leadership. Citizens need to be responsible to stop using drains and water bodies as their dump sites. And we need proper leadership. We need, it's sad to hear an MC telling somebody, we are coming to demolish your structure. Next time, don't do that again. No, there are rules in this country. When people violate the laws, let's get the people responsible for enforcing them to take those actions. We can't, in the name of survival, allow everybody to do what they like. And that is why we are sitting, we are inundated with plastics and with flood waters.
Time check is 9:33. Let me give you some quick announcements. Planning for the future begins. Sky said planning for the future. It begins with the decisions you make today. Save and invest early. Yes, to bring to build wealth and retire comfortably. One clear sign of financial growth is when your money starts working for you through steady returns and long-term wealth creation. With EDC, you get professional fund management, flexible investment options, potential for higher returns, and financial security for your retirement and future goals. Call 0302-610-400 or WhatsApp 0509-268-414. You know, we often say that good health shouldn't be taken for granted. So whether it's for yourself or your loved one, visit the International Maritime Hospital at Tema Community 3 for quality specialist health care. Their team of professionals are committed to providing compassionate, patient-centered care in a welcoming environment. For inquiries, call 0303-220-030 or 053-519-7061. Your child is just more than just a school. At Penfield School Oyarifa, we've been building confident, capable learners for 16 years. We are a co-ed school and boarding, running from creche through senior high school. Our unique hybrid curriculum combines GES syllabus, which is BC and WASI, with Cambridge Checkpoint, IGCSE, and A-levels. Admissions for this academic year is open, but slots are limited. Give your child a strong foundation in Ghana and a smooth transition to the world. Call or WhatsApp 026-423-3533. Penfield School, more than a school, a launch pad. Tee off for a day of championship golf, Kakra, championship golf and luxury at the highly anticipated second Century Golf Invitational at the stunning Royal Century Golf Course. It's on Saturday, 4th July. Tee off is at 8 a.m. sharp. Venue, the Royal Century Golf Course, Akosombo. Join us, dominate the greens, network with top-tier professionals, or simply enjoy a premium day out at the premier golfing event. Indulge in a perfect blend of competitive sports and luxury hospitality, supported by our elite global and local partners. You can also win a return trip from Accra to Nairobi at a luxury resort with Kenya Airways, or 2 nights stay at Zena Lodge, and so much more.
Send me that.
Register. I'm giving a number. Register for Century Golf. The way you're angry, this Century Golf. you use your anger to pack the golf ball, and imagine it's the head of some politician. Just pack it. As your anger management, your favorite annoying local politician. Just imagine that his head is on the floor. So you can call 0501-257-727. That's 0501-257-727. So we're talking about golf, Royal Century, in front of the greens, and you pat. Or you can play Jaskele. When they throw the ball, you go. Caleb, you're supposed to be doing announcements. You are here talking.
So how many of you are tired of that last minute panic when your water bottle runs empty? What if I told you there is a smarter way, a way to have clean, reliable water delivered on time and actually save money? Jibu Water is a game changer. Ditch the hassle. Where we are one of Africa's fastest growing water brands, we've got solutions for every home and business. You can exchange any old 18.9 liter bottle for a sleek modern 20 liter bottle at very little fee, or one with a tap for easy cooking and drinking. We offer free bottles and dispenser machines for corporate clients, and for entrepreneurs, Jibu is offering amazing opportunities to become distributor, reseller, or even own a production site. That's a chance to invest in a trusted brand that's already in 8 countries. Find us. We are in 10 production sites across from Spintex and to North Legon to Medina, Tema, and more. Please call us 0302 528 669 or 020 984 5817. This is a smart choice for your water. Jibu, a better life. And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, Piva Perfect anytime. We have Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available at a local store near you. 0550-03223. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. Are you ready to level up your future? Make Academic City University your first choice. At Academic City, students don't just learn, they build, innovate, and lead. Our graduates work with global companies like Apple, Goldman Sachs, and St. Young, while others are building startups and driving innovation across Africa. Academic City offers innovative undergraduate and postgraduate programs in engineering, business administration, communication, AI, data science, and cybersecurity. We are also the first university in Sub-Saharan Africa to offer graduate programs in nuclear engineering and unmanned aerial systems engineering. Professional development courses are also available. So call now. Admission is open. 053-101-2236. Visit act.edu.gh, because at Academic City University we are educating future-ready leaders. Ghana's next generation of engineers and coders are being built right now. The question is, will your child be one of them? Nyansapo Institute is now enrolling students for the 2026 STEM camp. It's a 3-week hands-on learning in AI, robotics, Python coding, cybersecurity, game development, 3D design, and more. Real projects, real skills happening in Accra. 2 cohorts are available. Cohort 1 runs from July 20 to August 7, and Cohort 2 runs from August 3 to August 21, so you can pick what works for your family. Spots are limited, so do not wait. Give your child the head start they deserve. WhatsApp or call this number 0537 117 334. You can also register nyansapoinstitute.com. Nyansapo Institute, where coding, engineering, and design meet opportunity.
Well, a lot of comments. Let me read one from my professor friend. Good morning, Bernard and team. In economic policy, there is what we call Tinbergen equation. It's always appropriate and prudent to use one instrument to achieve one target. One instrument for more than one target could create conflict. The APA is caught in this trap. As an authority, they need revenue to operate, and therefore they are using hefty charges and fees as environmentally preventive measures will fail. If you get the revenue, you can prevent environmental disaster. If you stick with your preventing environmental disaster, no revenue to operate. So that's possibly an explanation of why EPA is doing what they're doing. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Ujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrady, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Oh, now then a traffic is still point to sir.
Driver, police furnish insurance.
Hey, my insurance will be on point.
They just arrested someone whose insurance expired last month. Now dear, last 2 years, and you're still going.
Hey, where will I pass? Let me park and now come and wait.
Oh, what's that? You hide. Just walk into the store and get the new Hollard Insure Pack.
Don't be caught wanting. Hollard Insure Pack is now available at select Malcolm stores and Shell shops nationwide. Just pick one app and the shop attendant will give you the instruction manual. Follow the instructions to complete the process. Araba Hollard will instantly send your policy document and insurance sticker straight to your WhatsApp. For more details and inquiries, call 020-546-3696 or 056-111-2777.
Bruh, what's that? Driver, where's your insurance?
Hollard Insure Pack, boss. Bought it at the Malcolm store right there. Instant.
Hey, why lucky for Hollard Insurance?
Hollard Insure Pack. And yet too easy.
Your health is your most valuable asset and it deserves expert attention. At the International Maritime Hospital, we believe health care should be personal, precise, and delivered with excellence. That's why we provide specialist-led care combining experienced doctors, advanced diagnostics, and a client-centered approach. From preventive care to specialist consultations and advanced treatment, every step is handled with precision and care. Our serene environment, modern facilities, and dedicated medical team ensure you receive the quality care you deserve every time. So whether it's for you or your family, choose care you can trust. Visit the International Maritime Hospital at Community 3, Tema, or call 0303-220-030 or 055-222290. International Maritime Hospital. We serve and we care.
Hey, who they blast? We they blast them. Hey, who they blast? We they blast them. Hey, brush your teeth, brush your teeth every day and night. Slide the jam center to them, brush the gems away. Indian gem, we go brush them, go Asia gem, we go brush them, Panama gem, we go brush them, we go.
Whatever the gems, brush them away with the new Pepsodent, now in limited edition World Cup packs. This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, Charlie, these days there are Azan everywhere. And GCB Bank is on the alert to protect your money. So be vigilant. I should share my OTP with you. How can you tell me this story? Masa, one-time PIN will be group work. So don't share. Azan, they say share your PIN for them to help you. Azan, on no link, be no click so. Bebre Azan, free ATM help, say. my friend, look sharp. GCB Bank will never ask for your PIN, OTP, or Ghana card details. Don't fall victim. Think before you click or send anything. Azar Boys Day Street. So Deji, call 0800 422 422 free or WhatsApp 0202 422 422 when in doubt. This fraud alert campaign, Azar, is brought to you by GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Every woman deserves hair that looks and feels amazing. It starts with the right product. BO16. After relaxing, your hair needs serious care. BO16 neutralizing shampoo removes all those relaxer residues and restores your hair's natural balance. Itchy scalp, dandruff wahala, BO16 treatment shampoo will rescue you. Leaves your hair absolutely divine. BO16 detangling conditioner. No more painful tagging and breakage. See how smoothly the comb runs through. Now you know my secret.
BO16. Express yourself.
This advert is FDA approved. The GC brand. It's all about you.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
It's 12 minutes to the top of the hour, and we have joining us in the studio members of the Planning Committee for Life After School. It's an annual initiative organized by the Junior Youth Ministry of Praise Congregation, Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Ashoman Estate. Mabel Betepi and Kojo Banin are here in the studio, so we can talk a little bit more about this particular one. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us in the studio. Welcome. I hope you're all doing well.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
I'm trying to put in one of your greetings, but Minka Krasa Sumjenka, is that your...
No, for us, the appropriate one will be Junior Y. They will respond, study to show yourself approved of God.
So you are Junior Y?
Study to show yourself approved of God at all times.
Okay, that's fine. You're welcome to the studio. Good to have you. So we're talking about life after school, right? It's I've been hearing the commercial on radio. I've seen the same on TV as well. Maybe tell me what it is about.
So it is a day's event.
Okay.
We started in 2009.
Ooh.
We realized that there's in this era of a lot of information, and the younger ones don't know how to sift this information that they have. And so usually we try to put them together to assist them, to help them also sift the information they have and be able to make informed decisions. But this program is basically for those who have completed JHS and SHS.
Okay.
So that's the focus group we are looking at.
Okay.
We are looking at helping them take decisions about the time they are home till they go back to school.
Okay.
And then the steps they take even as they enter the next stage of their life as teenagers, as young ones. You know, the academic calendar has changed. So now we have a lot of people that are below the ages of 18 entering into the tertiary institution. So we do some of these things to help them also shape their lives and make them take informed decisions.
Beyond these, why is it important for these graduates who are done with high school, SHS, JHS to be a part of this? We see them when they're done with school, a lot of celebrations on their campus. Some are breaking things because they think now they are free, and others are receiving, gifts of all sorts. But there's a future ahead that is full of uncertainty. So why is this important for anyone to encourage their teenage children to participate in this?
Thank you very much. So somebody said something a few weeks ago that I will repeat. He said the next level, the next devil. These children are moving to the next level. From BCE, you go to SHS. From SHS, you go to university. And the challenges and circumstances are different. It's not the same as the level they found themselves. Somebody needs to prepare them before they get to that level. So that is one of the reasons this program is essential. Then also, when they are done with the WASI or the B, they stay at home for a while.
True.
What do they do with their time? What do they invest their time in? What do they listen to? What do they read? This program, Life After School, helps them put their life in focus, understand the issues they need to contend with even as they grow.
Right.
So it is really essential, and it's something that we believe benefits young people and has benefited a lot.
Mabel, since 2009, you've been at this. What impact would you say that Life After School conference has had on your participants over the years?
So we have, initially, it was just for our members. So our junior youth is for 13 to 18 years.
Right.
And so internally, we realized that our people, we are able to account for the children we've handled from 2009 so they are completed university and they move into the adult church. We realize that some of them are interested. They get back like positive feedback from their friends. Their friends want to be part of it. And so now we decided to open it up, not just for our congregation or our church, but for other people who are also interested to join us. That's how come we've opened it up for everybody who wants to be part to also join us.
And just speaking on the, next level thing, you now have a situation where we've heard authorities complain about the use of drugs in school, the use of social media, and how it's having such a devastating impact on the development of many young people. So I particularly want to commend you for this particular program and sustaining this up to this point. It's a very good thing because it's quite tough to sometimes contain the kids when they're on vacation. Their parents don't know what to do with them. Now that they have graduated, it's a different ball game altogether, right?
Exactly. So that's one of the good things about the Presbyterian Church. We tailor-make for the age groups,
right, and
our programs are designed in such a way that each age group has its needs met according to the structure of the church.
Right.
So that's one of the good things.
I like it. So how different will this year's Life After School conference be?
So this year is bigger. We're expecting 500 attendees.
500?
JHS BEC graduates.
Okay.
We've always been supported by our congregation and its members, but this year we have additional support from Citi FM, Channel 1 TV, Coca-Cola, Hovid Pharmaceuticals.
Oh, nice.
It will be bigger. We have seasoned speakers who are also going to speak with their children.
Nice. Who are some of these people?
The keynote speaker is Madam Ekuya Ampa.
Okay.
She's speaking of becoming the future me.
Okay.
She will help you project your future
and
then draw it back today, understand what it takes to get you to where you will get to. Then for the JHS graduates, after we are done with the headline address, we'll break into JHS and SHS.
Okay.
The JHS graduates, we have Dr. Samuel Attah-Mensah, Senior Tutor at Akosomo International School,
Great,
who will speak with them and prepare them for SHS life.
Nice.
Then for the SHS graduates who will need a talk to prepare them for university and work life, if that's what they decide to do, we'll have Mr. Osunyantechi, Head of Construction, our Gold Key, who will handle that. So we are prepared properly. When we are done with the talks, we'll go into a breakout session where we break ourselves into boys and girls.
Okay.
We form groups of
some courtesy for boys and girls issues.
Maximum 20 people per group. And then we discuss very intimate issues, relationships, drugs, peer pressure, counseling, contentment, all the issues you can think of that affect
add social media usage.
In fact,
many are addicted to that.
In the past, we always seek questions, anonymous questions from attendees.
Okay.
And some of the questions some of these children are asking.
Yeah. Okay. It's good. Now you say you are targeting 500 people.
Yes.
We are teenagers, and when they are coming like that, you look forward to things. Are you going to be feeding them too? Because
definitely,
it's a full day's program.
It's a full day from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
And you say it's free.
It's actually free.
You don't have to pay
It has
anything.
always been free.
Wow.
So we give snack and then we give lunch.
Exactly.
So
water, snacks, lunch.
So you shouldn't worry. You should just
not
pick
yours
and come and sit down.
is to be present.
Carry notebook
and
pen.
Yes, we encourage that we come with our notebooks and our pens so that we will be able to take notes that will help us as we leave. We can't, it is said that a shorter pen is better than a longer memory. So whatever it is, bring your notebook, bring your pen.
Okay.
Come so that you write things that will help you.
Okay. We're talking about Life After School. It's an annual initiative organized by the Junior Youth Ministry of Praise Congregation of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Shoman Estate. They say they are ready for your youth, your teenagers. Bring them. Those who are just done with JHS, SHS, bring them. We have seasoned speakers to pour into them and ready them for life after the level where they've just completed. Nunana and Kekeli de Mamoda is in the studio with opening your presbyter. How do you call your?
Yes, I'm
Asafu Penny.
Asafu Penny Kwajubeni. Yeah, members of the planning committee. So before you take leave of us, just give us your very final word, and we can say.
If I will go first, I will say most adults wish they had an opportunity to be directed when they were young. There's an opportunity for all young people. Ask the questions they want to ask, learn the things they need to learn, and prepare themselves properly for life. The Life After School motto is purpose, God, success.
Nice one.
We say if you want to be successful, you have to be purposeful. And the purpose and the success, if there's no God, there cannot be good success.
Nice.
So we are welcoming all to Life After School.
Solid. Mabel.
Okay, so we are ready for you.
Okay.
Come with your notebook, come with your pens. In case anybody is finding it difficult to locate us, you can reach us on 055-9353-446.
Okay. And when is it again? Where?
It's on Saturday.
This very Saturday.
At the Praise Congregation.
4th July.
All right.
4th July.
Congregation, Shoman Estate.
Thank you so much, Junior Y.
Youth for Jesus.
All right. I wish you the very best of luck. So why is it that healthcare always feels like a battle? 1 minute you're fine, the next you're facing rising costs and a diagnosis you weren't ready for? Eden Care is the reset button. Eden Care is Acacia Health's dedicated insurance for individuals and families. What I love about it is that it combines everyday easy accessibility with absolute trust and experience of a proven health insurer. We are the health partner that actually answers when you call, making sure your family is shielded from the wahala of uncovered expenses. Stop fighting the system. Start walking in peace. Reach out via edencare.acacia@myenterprisegroup.io. Choose Eden Care today. Eden Care brought to you by Acacia Health. We all know that silence when your rent is due and you can't pick up the call. When the shop is empty and you're pretending it's fine. When the salary finished 2 weeks ago and there's still a week to go. The goods are stuck at the port and the clearing agents keep calling. When your business idea is ready but the cash isn't. That silence has a name, it's money. Bills breaks the silence. Whether you need working capital, a salary loan, emergency cash, or startup funding, your Ghana card is all you need. Call Bills Microcredit today. 0596920833. Break the silence. Bills got you. You've been doing the listening. Tafo Hene of Achim, Tafo Hene of Achim Mwoso. Brempong Nana Edubonsu Ejekum Brempe. Yabus Moto CEO and President of the Chamber of Automobile Dealership Ghana. Good morning to you. Special good morning to all of you. And just before we go, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Mighty Yenpanga Akamiti. May you grow to become a mighty man. Oh, Akamiti, be mighty. This is from your mom and dad to you, mighty man Akamiti. From Elom, Brefa, Mami Brago, and Nyamiche, wishing our mom, Miss Bridget Ankuma, a happy birthday. All we ask from God for you is long life. Thank you for doing the listening. My name is Caleb Kuda. Bernardino Kokuable was here. Richard the Last Guy, Francisca Kakrafos, and Fred Tete Jabano. Samuel Attah-Mensah on production with Godfred Abeku Odu, the richest man. At this moment, we move to the classroom. We're moving from the City Breakfast Show to the classroom. Antina, we take over the airways to spreading love and wisdom for sure. Have a blessed day. It's still rainy, so please be careful out there.